Good evening, everybody. Fellow listeners, ethereal or not, tonight we will be plunging into the horrors of the Dread House and explore a 3-hour short story with our guests from the occult horror podcast Lakeshore and Limbo, and the spookyteller and author of the Dread House, Hammerdog Games owner Danny O'Neill. Tonight we will be using the Freeform Universal RPG system by Nathan Russell, found at freeformuniversal.com, and licensed for our use under the Creative Customs Attribution 3.0 Unported license. In Foo, when players roll, they roll a 6-sided die and try to go against the odds. Whatever they try to do, 6 means yes, and something good happens. 4 means yes. 2 means yes, but something bad also happens. 5 means no, but something good happens. 3 means no, and 1 means no, and something bad also happens. The 3 characters also have poker chips to activate special abilities, which will allow them to roll more dice and use the best result. And sometimes, something else mysterious happens. My name is Ivan Sadjakov. I'm the community manager of Hammerdog Games, but tonight I'm the least important person, and we'll leave the stage to our protagonists. Nathan, why don't you start the introduction of our players and tell us a bit about yourself and the character you will play tonight?
Sure, yeah. Also, totally underselling yourself. You're a big part of this production. My name is Nathan Kaplan, and I'm going to be playing Abe Cohen. Abe is working at Melody Investigations because he wants to find the Philosopher's Stone. He is a 120-year-old alchemist that wants to find the secret to immortality. He looks like an oldie version of Mandy Patinkin, looking around 65 years old. And yeah, that's Abe. CJ, you want to go next?
Sure. Thanks, Nathan. Hi, I'm CJ Tor. I'll be playing Vincent Melody. Vincent Melody is a former angel who fell because he wanted to become a Hollywood film star in the 1940s. After some success, he realized his ego was bad and wanted to try to do good deeds again. And so he opened up a detective office because he'd played a detective in movies and thought it'd be a good way to help people. So his quest is to help enough people that they let him back into heaven.
And is that going to be me now?
Tina, who are you?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Hi. I'm Tina Arfe. I play Sassy, last name unknown, so she just goes by Melody. She used to be an actual cat until she was accidentally turned into a human by a mad scientist. She spent a few years committing crimes and being a bit of a thief and con artist until she ran into Vince Melody, who she realized had some kind of magical powers that she would like to learn for the betterment of her thievery. But she started solving mysteries and hasn't really left beyond that.
Danny, complete us.
I will do my best. Trust me. I'm Danny O'Neill. I'm the owner of Hammerdog Games and the author of House. I've been DMing for about 35 years now. So long that I call it DMing. Did you see that? Tonight I'll be narrating this adventure, and I'm extremely excited to be here. But we will see if these 3 have what it takes to make it through the worst haunted house of all time, the Dread House. Let's see what we can do.
Okay, just going to quickly say goodbye to my wife and child. Okay, let's go.
Very good, very good. And then everybody's last will and testaments are in order, yes?
My cat gets everything.
Very good. But you have your plots chosen at the local graveyards, I hope?
Yeah, it is a Jewish graveyard for me, so there are no tattoos or piercings.
I can't be there.
You can't be there.
I mean,
Wonderful.
For many reasons,
Okay.
not just the piercing.
I can't be there. I've got other plans. I mean, who's there? Who's going to be there? Try and stop by. I'll try and stop by.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to begin in the Melody office. So it is a typical quiet afternoon. You're sitting around, there's not much going on. Time has been moving slowly for you lately. It's that time between adventures or missions or cases, as it were, and you don't quite know what to do with yourselves. You're sitting around, and the malaise is just starting to creep in when you hear the sound of coming towards your office door.
So that's footsteps?
That is
Oh.
heavy footsteps.
That is heavy footsteps.
I think there's a fat guy out there.
Well, okay, let's not shame it before we even
No,
see
I wasn't
them.
shaming anybody. I was trying to be accurate.
All right, well let's all look very professional. And so Vince gets behind his desk and sits at his chair and like puts papers willy-nilly across his desk with no rhyme or reason.
And Sassy just like sits up on the desk on top of the papers.
And Abe sits on the couch instead of laying on the couch like he was before.
Very good. Shortly, there is a at the door,
Of course. Frank, would you get that, please?
and the door opens seemingly by itself, which causes the lady on the other end to go on the other side. And you're looking at a very stout lady, middle-aged, starting to gray at the temple. She is extraordinarily well-dressed, and she has a purse the size you've never seen.
Ma'am, may I take your
Hanging
purse?
off her arm like this.
I hop up right away and go over to her and ask her for her
Absolutely
coat and
not.
purse.
That's quite all right. Thank you very much. I don't intend to stay long. Have I come to the right place? Are you the detectives?
Yes, that's correct, ma'am. This is Melody Investigations. I am Vincent Melody. This is Sassy, a resident expert in crime. And that is Abe over there, a man of amazing knowledge.
Hello.
Hello.
Please get
Hello.
comfortable. I'll take your coat and your purse.
Yeah. No, dear. No. Take the coat. Take the coat. If it'll satisfy you, take the coat. And you're taking a mink off of her, right?
So I take in the mink, and as I take the mink, I would like to reach into those pockets and see if there's anything in there very stealthily in the way that I do.
Sure. Using any points for that, or just doing it?
Just a roll.
Just doing it with my like regular
Yeah.
way of doing things.
Roll it up.
Okay. Oh, wait. I have to find the dice. There it is. And I've rolled a 5,
Okay.
which is a
No,
but.
Right. So you reach in, and what happens is she's just turning in her chair. She's a rather large woman, and she's doing this, and your fingertips brush the fattest wallet you've ever felt in your life, and then the purse is out of your reach, and she's got it on her lap, and she's holding it like this.
So, ma'am, if I may have the pleasure of your name.
I am Mrs. Monroe. It's
Mrs.
very nice to make your acquaintance, and I hope certainly that you can help me.
Mrs.
Would you
Monroe?
please explain to me exactly what kind of detectives you are?
Oh, well, Mrs. Monroe, if you must know the particulars of our business, we do mysteries and affairs that others may not believe. If you have been turned away by others thinking that your tale is too wild, we will, of course, believe you and give you the benefit of a doubt.
Very good. Then your reputation is true. That is exactly why I'm here, for I found the Chicago police to be absolutely useless with the problem
Worse than
that I have
useless,
plaguing
honestly.
me
I
this-
mean,
Truly.
Really, it's like the 20s all over again. They're just all corrupt or useless.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
20s, yep. Yes. Anyway,
Well, this, I believe you call this a missing persons case. Do you do those?
well, yes. depends how missing they are. Are they still within this plane of existence as far as you can tell?
Yes.
Then yeah, we contribute. We can probably handle it.
Probably. I mean, another question is how much are they worth to you?
You'd be looking for my son, and he is worth quite a lot.
All right, yeah, because we don't, we've cracked some pretty big cases recently, so it's a hefty sum we ask for. I don't know if
You're saying you're expensive. Please just name your price.
$50,000.
50,000? My stars!
That's a standard rate.
Do you
can ask
guarantee
anyone.
success for that? Do I get a Lincoln Continental with that?
Well, we wouldn't collect until we brought it back to you.
Oh, I see. Oh, I thought you were one of those pay-by-the-day kind of places.
No, that would be much
such
smarter.
a good idea.
Yeah, honestly.
Why didn't we do that?
We should
What have
start
we been
doing
thinking?
that. We need to do that.
But unfortunately, she has named our terms, so we will not ask for payment until we have retrieved your son, and we'll go forward with that, I suppose.
What's Little Monroe's name and age?
He is 19 years old. There's nothing little about him, and his name is Tigman.
Tigman?
Tigman.
As in rhymes with Stigman?
Without the D. It's a very common name.
Okay.
Tigman.
Tigman.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know 3 Tigmans myself. Yeah.
You see, your compatriot is aware.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Where was Tigman last spotted?
I have no idea. I only know where he was supposed to be.
And where is that?
He had gone to the old Cardell mansion. I'm sure you're familiar.
Sorry. Did you say the Cardell mansion?
I did.
I've heard whispers about that place, and luckily we've never had incidents to come across it before, but I do know its reputation.
Excellent. Are you aware of the treasure?
What else in the room? Treasures within? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, but weren't you saying something a moment ago? Did I interrupt you?
Oh, I was just gonna say for the rest of us who maybe don't know, you could get some more information on this place. But treasures, that seems like really important to know. And do you know where exactly in there the treasures are?
Sassy, I must warn you, the reputation of the treasures is much like that of a worm on a hook.
So delicious.
No, it's bait for a dangerous fate that awaits.
Okay.
Ah.
All right.
Well,
that's good to know.
Well, that insight certainly eliminates some of the silliness I've seen here these past few minutes. Very good. Very good, Vince. So, the point is that back in the 20s, Al Capone did a big daytime robbery over in Quincy. Are you aware of this?
Heard of it, although history of that time made some exaggerations, I always feel.
It's a question of how much he got away with, but it is known he did get away with a quite tidy sum. And the rumor is he took it to the old Cardell mansion, and he and his boys were held up there until the police came around, at which point they abandoned the house. Now, the police searched the house and were never able to find these monies. However, people have been trying for years, and unfortunately, my son joined this savage quest to find money, and I'm afraid it's taken him away from me.
Interesting. Has your son, with your son being your son, I imagine you are of great wealth, why would he be so tempted by money?
The treasure is believed to be worth $1 million.
$1 million to a person of your stature? I would like to roll an attention to detail to read her reaction.
Do it.
Oh yeah, I got a 6.
You can tell that she's hiding something, and she was almost wanting to tell you. Maybe if something more was said, it would draw it out of her.
I understand. It just seems that children make these problems when there's problems at home?
We had no problems at home. I don't think you should be looking into the motivation other than he wished to find what was in the house. So
Ma'am,
he went to the house. and he
Ma'am,
has
with all
never
due
come out.
respect, we are investigators, and so we need to look for the motivation in things. So you might want to open up a little bit so that we can help you get Lil Tiggy back.
Fine. It's all silly nonsense anyways. My son attended university at Urbana-Champaign, where he studied for a very brief time things such as archaeology, and he believed he would spend the rest of his life finding the treasures of the world. He wished to go to Oak Island in Nova Scotia and find the major treasure that has supposedly been hidden there for centuries. But he had not the funds because we would not give them to him for such a nefarious endeavor.
I understand.
So he learned that not only was there a treasure in the old Cardell house that he could possibly use to fund that venture, while he was researching, he heard a foolish rumor of a magical book that could raise the dead. He made that his mission to find that book. Oh, so silly. Such a thing could never exist, could it?
At that point, can we say that Frank comes over carrying a drink for her?
Sure.
Just a floating
Okay,
drink.
Just a floating
What
cup
kind of
of
drink?
tea for. I'll say a cup of tea. It's our
Okay.
usual standard.
Okay, I am going to roll for
Yeah.
her reaction. One moment, please.
Yeah.
I've got physical dice, so 1 second.
No problem.
The reaction is somewhat like this. The woman
Where did her
moves
purse go when she did
super.
that?
Oh, yeah, you can roll for that one. You can roll for that one. She may have dropped it.
Okay.
If you get lucky, she's dropped it.
I
But
got a
she-
6.
Okay. So not only does she drop it, but it falls and spills open and scatters, right? So she leaps out of the chair at this floating glass of tea. My word! What is this? What chicanery? And she turns and she's heading for the door.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry, yeah, we both want to stop you.
Abe, please. You're much better at charming people, of course. Go ahead.
Yes, I am super charming. You might want to sit back down because that's our ghost friend. Did that work?
Well, that was bad.
So you say that to her, right?
Yeah.
As she's heading towards the door, she just gives you a stare. Hand on the knob. Where's my purse?
So while all that was going on, I grabbed whatever money was in her wallet and stashed it in my jacket. But like I've done it all under the guise of packing her purse together and like getting it together
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. I think I grabbed everything. I don't see anything on the floor, and I'm handing it to her. Please,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you, dear.
Your story sounds really heartbreaking, and we'd really like to help you. Maybe we'd even give you a little bit of a discount. $45,000 for the
So
trouble.
her hand is still on the knob, right? And she
Mhm.
turns, looks at you all one by one. I have one question, and be very sincere when you answer this one. Can I trust you people?
I promise you, you can trust all of us that are people.
So
I'm just
the
smiling.
floating cup of tea, is that people?
He was, and he's honestly the most trustworthy of us all. He's as I would say, he's the most transparent of all of us.
That's good.
She's looking
That's
over.
good.
Man, I didn't even catch that. Sorry.
Yep.
And she just turns and goes, is there lemon in that tea?
Of course, it isn't a proper cup of tea without it. Now, if you'd please sit down just to get more particulars about the case. And now I'm going to quickly jump to Nathan. Tina, is there anything you want to know about the case?
I feel pretty good, honestly.
You feel good?
Well, I guess for Abe would like to think using his knowledge of the arcane to know what he knows about this house and kind of if he's heard anything recently, or even not so recently.
Okay, go for it.
I got double sixes.
Sweet. You had heard about this house a long time ago as being the super haunted house. You looked into it. It was all bunk. You never thought about it again. You never heard about anything truly happening there. But, in the late 1800s through the early 19s, there was a lot of ghost stories coming out of there about the Cardell family who had honestly, it seemed, had a big murder fest on themselves in the middle of the night one night where they all seemed to attack and kill each other. But, come on. I mean, that's clearly an exaggeration. That type of stuff would have made the papers.
Do you think, or do you have anything on you that was his, or is there something about him that really stands out from afar, like a scent?
Well, I brought some photographs in my purse. Just a moment.
Specifically.
Hold on.
Instead of photographs, instead of hard copy photographs, something that we can carry with us, and more importantly, that we can kind of explore. He has a very unique name. Does he have a social media, Instagram account, anything like that?
Oh, I wouldn't know about such things, but I assume so. I mean, he's 19. He wants girls, of course. I mean,
I'll look that up.
I don't. Do you?
Could I possibly roll for that? If he has an Instagram, I want pictures more.
Well, you can just tell me that you're gonna go check. Right?
I have my phone. I'm just looking up his names because it's such a unique name.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. There's very few. I mean, there's like 3 Tigmans in all of social media, right?
So specifically, I want a photo of him, but also his last post. Is there any information found in his most recent updates?
Yeah. So his last posts are all 9 months ago.
All right.
Okay.
How long has he been missing?
Just over 9 months.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and he had said just that he was going on the adventure of a lifetime and more to follow. So he was clearly trying to not let people know where he was going or what he was doing. There's no location on the post.
Okay. But then I have all of the information I think I need to ascertain. As I said, we'll charge nothing if we do not recover your son safely. Sorry, just reading the comment of shame he doesn't have a last spooky TikTok for us to observe. There's so much to be read from those. But so if there's nothing else, ma'am, and thank you. We promise. Do you have a contact information for when we do find your son?
Of course. She gives it to you.
Provided, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think I'm good then. Then we can just, after she leaves, we'll, I guess, start to make our way to the house.
Okay. You will be able to figure it out pretty quickly about where it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I imagine we both know, both Abe and I know where it is.
Yeah. Yep. So she's looking at you all over. You know, she's giving you the discerning eye as if she's buying a very, I don't know, expensive necklace or something. Well, I suppose I don't really have a choice. And she puts down the tea, put it in the air, and it floats away. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes.
Well, I take my leave. I appreciate not charging me up front, but would you please keep me appraised? If I don't hear from you in 3 days or so, I'm going to go mad. So please let me know.
Well,
okay? Contact me.
No, historically, if you don't hear from us in 3 days, we are dead.
Oh my!
In which case,
before?
Well, each of us have. It's a long story.
my.
I mean, Sassy, how many lives are you left right now?
Oh gosh, I gotta be at like 4.
All right.
Bit of a
But
cat, are you?
but
Huh? Yeah.
what? But
Says bit of a cat, are you?
but rest assured, if we have met our ultimate end, Frank will contact you with to let you know that we have failed. Because he'll probably want to live with you. Enjoy the ghost.
The T-boy?
T-Man.
He's the office assistant.
T-boy to call me? T-man. Well, they said you were all strange. That's why I left you to the very last. But as I said, you are my last chance.
Yes.
Wait,
so
wait a second.
Did you
Who
go
called
to-
us? Who called
anyone-
us strange? Let me know who called us strange, because I need to have some words with them.
Plus, we're
Yeah,
working.
talk shit, get hit. Who's talking about us?
Plus, we're working on our SEO. So honestly,
really, Mr. Cohen, really, I hate to tell you, but everybody said you were strange. Everybody. And with that, she turns and walks out the door.
we have got to talk to the Better Business Bureau.
Truly.
Get
Our
that
Yelp reviews are
listing
getting
updated.
rude.
Yeah.
Who's doing our social media stuff?
Frank and
It's a-
Neff.
Neff, yeah.
Frank's doing our Yelp stuff, and Neff is just posting TikToks.
Great. That would make sense then.
Yeah. All right. So I believe we should pile into the Winnebago and head for the haunted house.
Let's go check out this house full of treasures.
Once again, Sassy, there's no real proof that there's treasure inside there. Are you familiar with when Geraldo tried to open Al Capone's vault?
And there was nothing inside. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You showed us that clip. Some kind of moral lesson I was supposed to get out of it. I don't
No,
remember.
I was asking if I should make my mustache more like that, actually.
We agreed, absolutely.
Yeah, I just couldn't. Yeah. But moral is good too.
Mhm.
So the house is actually outside of Campton Hills. Are you familiar with Campton Hills?
Mm-mm.
It's west of Chicago. It's a far west Chicago suburb. So you're going to take I-54,
Oh,
64 to get there.
Well,
Okay.
who's manning the radio? Who's playing the jams?
So can you describe the Winnebago, though, please? When you say
Oh.
we get in the Winnebago, describe the Winnebago.
Nathan, take it away.
Oh yeah, this is a pristine. It's not. It's a disgusting Winnebago. There is like shag carpeting on the back part of it. There are empty Chinese food containers all over, and it has wood paneled sides. That's the Winnebago, and Abe is driving and playing Steely Dan the entire way.
Very good. If
Maybe
you were
with
to-
maybe with a little bit of like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young to like punctuate the Steely Dan.
All right, I'm back. You lost me, and then you got me
Yeah.
back.
travel montage with Cinnamon Girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you were to shine a black light on the inside of that Winnebago, what would we see?
You would see everything would light up, but not because of any like nefarious fluids. Well, actually, probably more nefarious because it is like alchemical fluids. This is also his kind of laboratory. So he does a lot of
Ooh, rolling meth
experimentation
lab.
in here as well. It's a little bit, yeah, it's a rolling meth lab. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Well, you can always, fall back on that if this case
Yeah.
goes sour on you. So, all right. So you're heading out. You're heading out to Campton Hills, which is a small burg. I mean, there's not a lot of people out there. It's a kind of a village that's on the edge, that's just been subsumed in Chicago's endless growth, right? So you head out there, and it's quaint. It hasn't had an update since about '68 or something like that.
Beautiful, lovely day.
Okay.
So glad we
Everything
took a
is,
drive.
a little old. What's that?
So it's a beautiful day. Glad we took the drive.
Really nice fall day.
You see the colors in the trees. It's just great.
Before it gets too cold, we should. This is the stuff we should be doing.
Yeah.
Really get out here before
We're
we
far
can.
away from people. It's beautiful.
Lovely.
Yeah. Oh, you pass a grove of trees that are scarlet red.
Oh.
Absolutely. They're fantastic. and you want to pull over, but you're complete and utter professionals in every way. So you just keep driving.
Okay.
All right. You're in the town, but you don't know exactly where the house is. It's actually not on Google Maps or anything like that, but you know that it's there. Okay. Route or anything like that, because it's actually outside of town on an old dirt road and up a hill. So you're going to have to find out exactly the best way to get there.
Yeah, I suppose we should stop and inquire.
Okay, I pull over.
Are there
Hold on.
people around?
Yeah, in front of what, Nathan?
Yeah, and they're just floored that there's a Winnebago driving into their town.
I just do that thing like with the Winnebago, where like I just kind of open the door and stay on the steps and just talk to whoever's nearest. It's like, excuse me, I'm sorry, we seem to be a bit lost. I'm sorry. Vincent Melody. I'm sorry. I seem to be a bit lost. I don't suppose you could direct us. Oh God, I forgot the name of the house. What's the name of the house?
Cardell.
Cardell.
Mansion.
Thank you.
Cardell Mansion.
Sorry, could you direct us to the Cardell Mansion, please?
Why do you want to go there?
Well, it's a matter of utmost import. A young rapscallion has snuck away in the night, and we fear that he might be hiding in its floors.
We're doing some
Hiding
good
within
work
its
here.
floor.
Well, you know how they get into things, the youth.
What was that?
What's that?
Youth crawl into floors?
Well, I'm sorry, it was a turn of phrase. I just mean that there's a young man exploring the house.
Oh. Like how young?
It's just shy of 20, 19, I believe.
You know how those young adults can be getting in everybody's business. We're just trying to reunite him with his family. So if you could just help us out, we're doing good work. And you could be a part of that.
I want to say, because I said I stayed standing on the stairs, that Sassy's just like peeking over my shoulder to say this.
I'm kind of going like around
Yeah.
each time I talk like in a Cheshire cat like way. It's like, you
Very
could be
good.
a big ol' help. You could be instrumental in bringing a family back together. Do you know what I'm saying?
But you want to go that way.
That way? That's where the mansion is?
You got to follow that road, and then I think it's... Hang on. Hey, how far to the Cardell Mansion? Somebody comes walking up. What? How far to the Cardell Mansion? Who's going to the Cardell Mansion? They are. Why are they going to the Cardell Mansion? I don't know. Someone with a kid in the floors. What do you mean a kid in the floors? I don't know. They say he's a young man, but he's 19. 19 isn't young. No, I know that, but that's what they said. And this whole thing just happens in front of you, right?
You
You're
guys
just
you all seem really connected to each other. It seems like information gets around this town fast. So you're telling me you have no idea that other people have wanted to go to this mansion?
No, they come all the time, but the city shut it down. You can't go there anymore.
But I mean, a no trespassing sign is catnip to certain individuals.
Mm-hmm. Like
Well,
me.
sure, but you're supposed to get a permit, but they don't even give out the permits anymore because there's just been too many people go missing.
Well, there you go. So many people go missing. That means there are people who go there, and this child is one of them, and we're hoping to help him.
Yeah, but you're not allowed.
Okay, I understand, but neither is he. So we are going to go get him because he's not allowed to be there.
Abe pokes his head. Abe pokes his head around. He's like, so wait, how do we get one of those permits? Like, what is the permit?
We're not getting a permit.
Well, we might need a permit.
We're not going
You
through the
can
red
go to
tape.
town hall, but they stopped giving them out after that Monroe kid disappeared.
Boom, that's what we needed. Thank you. Yeah, that's who we're looking for.
What'd I say?
We're looking for that Monroe kid.
And you think he's in the floor?
We think he's within the floors. That means between a top floor and a bottom floor.
Like a crawl
AKA
space?
a room. A room is between floors when there's more than one story.
Do you
We think he's
understand
still
this
there.
guy? They're
Okay.
from the city. I wouldn't even try. Oh, yeah.
Vince,
Sure.
Sassy,
Okay,
sit down.
well,
Yeah, this
City
is
Hall's
Abe's.
that
These are
way.
Abe's people.
No,
He's
I
driving
drive-
away.
I drive to the town hall.
No,
Just in
we don't
case.
need.
We got.
just
Let's.
go
We're
up the
not going to
room.
get a
Go,
permit.
I think we should get a permit. I
They
think
pointed
we-
us. They pointed us to the road. Just go up that road.
Go to the road.
I go back and I go up the road.
We're not going through the bureaucracy and red tape. It's going to take
Join
us
Lakeshore
months.
Limbo as they explore City Hall.
Also,
What's my social security number, guys?
You don't have one.
yeah, you don't have one. You
We
can't
have
do
your
taxes.
shot record.
all right. So, ignoring protocol, you drive the Winnebago down the road. You see a really crappy road leading off. It can be the only one. So you take it. As I said, it's a dirt road. The Winnebago's doing this. Is this a Winnebago that has a kitchen? Oh no, how about, beakers and test tubes and all chemical stuff is all rattling together as you go like this. Abe's a little worried about his more volatile things, but he's got it under control. And you drive down this road that seems to be getting thinner and thinner and thinner until suddenly the trees are scraping the sides of your Winnebago.
Ugh. Ugh, that's
This is
not-
gonna be so bad for the paint job. Do you know how hard it is to get a paint job of with the wood paneling and everything? You have to pay extra for it now.
ironic that your fake wood is being destroyed by real wood.
I know, right?
Either way, we're going to make some big, mega lettuce if we can find this dude. So I don't
Well,
think you
it's-
have to worry about it.
Yeah, regardless of what we find in the mansion, we have the payday coming from finding the young man.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, I mean this is now becoming nails on a chalkboard as the trees.
That really disturbs me.
Yeah, that's really bad for Sassy.
It really, because I have very sensitive ears, so I'm just gonna kind of cover up and roll down.
It's bad. It really is. And it looks like the road, I mean, it could be your mind, but it looks like the road's getting even thinner up ahead.
Do we see the mansion at all, or
No,
is
you're
there
in
an end
You're
point?
in thick trees winding around and going slightly up.
Guys, should we just maybe hoof it at this point? This is kind of unbearable.
Well, I hate to damage the Winnebago, so I suppose you're right. Why don't we try and walk the rest of the way?
Yeah. Okay.
So we all
Okay,
get out of
Abe,
the
I
Winnebago.
need a roll for driving this Winnebago. One roll, please.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, it's a 4.
Okay.
Yes.
So you suddenly see a giant hole in the road. You stop the Winnebago dead before you hit it. I mean, not across the road, but I mean, it was gonna take a tire if you hit it, right?
Oh,
Whew.
So
good driving, Abe. Good call, Sassy, to stop the Winnebago.
Yeah. Let's walk. I think we can leave the Bago here. I don't think anybody's coming up this way.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like everyone's
Not
favorite
without
spot.
a permit, apparently.
You're the one that said he was in between floors.
I am. All right.
They could not get over. They could not get over that.
I tried to introduce a little poetry into everyday dialogue, and
Yeah, because you could have
gotta
just said he
speak
was
their
in the
language.
house.
no, that is not how I talk.
No, yeah, we're trying to teach her today's lingo because I know all about today's lingo.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
why
go.
don't you say what some of the kids are saying now, Abe?
Oh, sure. I got to get on my Facebook and go to. And
I'm
go
already
Google
walking
something.
away. I'm walking down the road.
I follow Vince, and I'm just laughing at Abe on the way, making fun of
I
him.
kiss my hand and then touch the Bago and then follow them.
no problem. It is a windy, crappy road, and maybe the road didn't narrow. Maybe the trees have just grown in. Right?
Mhm.
This thing's been standing for a couple hundred years now, so maybe. But yeah, as you're walking on the road, it doesn't really seem to narrow, and it does wind and twist and go through the woods up a giant hill, and you still can't see anything through the trees. But now a lot more of the trees don't look like they're losing their leaves. They look like they're actually dead, right? As if a blight had hit this region of some kind. And you want to do anything or just keep walking?
I'll do attention to detail. Is there anything in the woods? I'm looking for movement of any kind.
Sure.
Hold up. 4.
Actually, yeah, you can see something over on the one side over there. There was a little blip that just looked like it moved low to the ground.
Okay, so I'm going to very casually give side eye to my companions and kind of do the head nod over to where I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Something wrong with your head?
If please,
I just kind of sit up and try to narrow eye focus on what he's gesturing towards. Do I see it at that point?
Go for it.
I need to roll, yes. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, but you're not using your cat senses, right? You're just...
No, just regular. I got a 6, though.
wow, we're really good.
Okay.
I'm rolling good for once. I never do.
So-
We usually roll really bad first half of a case.
Well, we'll hopefully that'll reverse
Yeah, great.
in the second half of this adventure. Okay. So as you look over, you can see there's some animals out there, and they're doing their darndest to hide. Animals hiding?
Is
What?
it potentially a cat, and can I speak to it?
No, it's potentially a larger than a cat.
Oh, okay. There goes that power I never get to freaking use, man.
Yeah, you've never used that one single time.
I've never used it once.
There are more cats in our respective apartments than in our stories. I'm just going to keep moving forward, but I'm going to quicken my pace some.
Okay. Very good. Keeping your eyes towards, I assume, checking over your shoulder, being smart about it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep my darts out. I have a paralysis and a sleep dart, and one that makes you confess an embarrassing secret.
Wow.
But I'm gonna keep it loaded with paralysis.
Wow. That is super cool. So you're looking, and they don't seem to be following. And then all of a sudden, right around the area where they were, you hear a dog barking very angrily.
I pull up my dart and get ready to aim at it.
It's not coming closer. It's just like where you saw the thing, there's a dog barking now.
Do you think somebody's with that dog?
Do I think someone's with that dog?
Yeah, like somebody. Like they went on a walk with the dog, and then the dog smelled something and is now barking at it.
I mean, I caught a quick glimpse of it, and I didn't see any human form. I saw a small bestial form.
No, but I'm assuming that the dog is barking at the thing. Is there a person over there? I look back, I look around. Is there a person over there?
Remember, just to be clear, this was seen with very high perception rolls, right?
Yeah,
sure.
So, and you've walked away from that area now, so you wouldn't see if there was a person standing there.
I'm just going to keep going. It's imagine the trek we've already been through to get this far. Who would walk their dog this far?
Jogger. Let's go.
Okay. Given all that discussion, the barking stops.
See, the dog lives in the reason. Let's go.
Okay, all right. We'll just leave him alone.
Yeah.
So
But
weird.
I think I keep my quickened pace for fear of running into something else.
Okay. Okay. So quickening the pace, you get to the house about 15 minutes later. So you've actually gone by this time on this dirt road a few miles, right?
Ugh.
And you've now walked over a mile just to get up to this area. And you come across a very large wrought iron gate. It's got a chain, big padlock on it.
Sassy, I don't suppose.
Don't mind if I do. And I pull out, I have a lock picking kit, and I start to pick the lock.
Okay.
It's been a minute since I've done this. Feels
Yeah.
good.
Well, of course, only for good causes, of course, right?
For us. For
Yeah.
us, That's why it's been so long.
Charity
Yeah.
lockpicking is the best lockpicking.
Should I roll?
Yes, please.
All right.
Is it? Oh, I apologize. Is it a thing you standardly do? Like, are you a lockpicker?
Because I was a thief by
Then
trade.
no need to roll. You break out your tools after a couple of minutes. Why do they bother with such easy locks? You wonder to yourself.
Absolutely silly. It's like
It has
they
a-
wanted me to come in. I'm just laughing.
Oh, this is an interesting note, though. How high is this fence?
About 10 feet, and spiked at the top.
How did he get in?
If
Because
it's still locked,
he
it
wouldn't
could have
lock
been
up.
locked later. Once he-
Somebody would have to lock up behind him.
Yeah, what if the people that stopped giving out permits because he got lost, right? When they lock
Oh,
it in.
okay. I see what you're saying. Is that this lock is after he was lost in the house?
Well, is the lock like an old lock, or is it a relatively new looking?
It is. It's actually got a bit of rust on it. It's been there for years. That lock.
So the question
Not
remains.
that it hasn't been opened. I mean, it's well oiled enough that she was able to pick it with ease, right?
Yeah.
So
There's that cat.
cat
we mentioned.
attack. So it's likely that the lock has been there prior to the boy disappearing, or to
Gotcha.
the adult disappearing.
Maybe there's
Interesting.
a back entrance.
Perhaps keep your eyes open as we walk to the gate. If there's anything on the fence that indicates entrance of any kind, ropes, etc.
Okay, so it's a twin gate, right? Because you have to be able to drive a vehicle through it. So who's opening that?
Me, because I was working on the lock anyway.
Okay. So you grab the wrought iron gate and you go to give it a tug and sort of resist you a little bit. You have to go. Oh, it just makes a horrible sound as you're opening it. So it has some sort of fresh rust in the hinges or something. Maybe it hasn't been opened recently, but you squeeze through.
I don't know. As we walk up to the gate, I do make a look around the outside for anything of interest, such as broken windows, any other ways in, parts of the fence that have been broken, or anything specifically footprints fresh in the dirt. Just
Sure.
This is all attention to detail, but I rolled 2 3s, so that's 2 nets.
Understood. So you are on the grounds of a mansion,
Yeah.
right? This wrought iron fence surrounds the whole thing. You can't see it. It's too much land. We're talking about a couple of acres here, right? Starting to see the smokestacks of the house over the tops of trees right now, right? Now the dead trees are increasing very much now, and there are trees that are sort of half dead. There's no living leaves on one side, and the other side has regular leaves that are falling with the fall. There are outbuildings as well that have paths running to them. Things like an old stable or old garage, possibly a kennel. These types of things are all on the grounds. Okay, and you're going to have to walk past a few of them before you get to the entryway. So as you're walking, you actually see an old man in a gardener's outfit, and he's standing about 300 yards away, 200 yards away. So he's just small, and he sort of waves at you like that, and he turns and he walks into the woods.
Hey, where are you going, sir? And I'm just kind of like, come here, like trying to gesture him over.
He doesn't even turn as if he heard you. He just keeps going, and sort of he's on one of these paths, and he just sort of disappears.
Well, that's odd.
Yeah,
I
shouldn't there
apologize.
be?
Not disappears, vaporizes. Disappears. Yeah.
Into the distance.
Should we
mean-
follow him?
I mean, it's the first lead with information we'd have.
I mean, you seem to not care that we were here, despite the fact that no one is supposed to be here. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but spooky vibes.
Spooky vibes is a good way to describe it. Sorry, real fast. You said a gardener. We could tell by his outfit he's a gardener.
He was actually holding a hoe. Yeah.
Perfect. So if he's a gardener who works on the grounds, that's impossible because if nobody goes up and down, he can't get food.
Also, he's doing a terrible job. Look at all these dead trees. It seems like he's been sleeping on the job, if anything.
Yeah. All right, let's try and track this guy down. You think real fast?
Let's just see where he went.
Maybe.
No. There's a boy in danger in the house. We can't get lost in the woods chasing this guy.
Side adventure. All right, let's.
What do you think?
I mean, if the door is unlocked, I mean, I'm sure I could open it. Even if it's not.
Let's get inside the house.
Let's just see. Let's see if the door is open.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Abe.
What was that? What did you say?
Yeah, let's go in the door.
All right.
I like that.
Okay, so you just keep making your way towards the house. All of a sudden, over there, you hear that same dog barking. It's far off in the woods. Woof, 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 woof. Whatever. There's actually the drive goes up to a big semicircular sort of drive in front of the two main double doors of the front of the house. Okay, the house is magnificent, 3 stories tall, attic on top of that, or big gabled roof at least. It has a towerish kind of construct in each of the 4 corners. It was once clearly the most magnificent of mansions, but it has been falling apart for 100 years. You can see that some attempt was made a couple of times to keep it fixed up, but it is a piece of trash now. There are bars on all the windows, and some of the windows behind them are broken. The door looks solid, but there is all kinds of rot and decrepitness have crept into the place.
Well, I don't think getting in will be difficult.
Yeah, this place really looks like a piece of trash.
What? Anybody else want to drag the house before we go inside?
Yeah, I want to roast this house for a little while.
I think
what kind of treasures could be in here? Like rotted wood?
Diamonds and rough?
Oh.
Maybe.
All right, well, there could be a man in trouble, so let us continue. So I'm going to step up to the door. Is it just open?
It was, right? Because we can
see
inside. Is it just, sorry?
Open.
Is the door just open?
No, it's closed.
Okay.
Like locked.
I would like to attempt to open the door.
Yeah, you jiggle the handle. It's indeed locked.
Okay. Sassy?
Shall I?
Yes.
And I get my lock picking tools out and I start going at it. It's probably an older lock than I'm used to, I'm assuming.
While Sassy does that, I turn to Abe and do you get a feeling off this house? There is rumor that this is false accusations of it being haunted. Do you get any sense of actual spiritual activity here?
I look around to see the blight on the trees and the general vibe to see, does this feel like some sort of ghostly situation or anything like that?
Sure. Give it a check. Roll some dice.
I got a 4.
So you've been around enough to know that appearances aren't going to ever tell you that, right? You've got to see that paradoxical thing to know that magic is at work, or that spirits or undead are present, or any of that. Mm-hmm. Right now, you get a creep vibe, pretty big creep vibe, but you're like, I researched this years ago, and there was nothing. I mean, you didn't come to the house, but every person you spoke to, whether they were a police investigator or a psychic or whatever, they were all very much we've never found anything in 100 years. The place is fine, right? But there's always been those persistent rumors that are going to make you always wonder. So you're going to keep this roll for now, as
Sure.
you explore, and I'll let you know if anything comes up that is clearly going to trigger your, oh yeah, we need to GTFO or something like that.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. I tell Vince like, no, this is just creepy because it's creepy. This isn't creepy because of any magical stuff.
All right.
Did I roll to see if I open this door?
Nope. It's an old lock. It's a piece of cake for you.
Done.
Click black.
All right. Shall we? I
Let's
think I
shall.
got
Trouble
it.
for you.
So I just push the door or pull it, whichever direction it needs to go. Open.
I like that. Let's go, and it's like a pull door, but she's pushing.
Yeah, it goes in.
I
right?
pull
It
and
goes
then
in.
like, oh wait, no, it's a push. No, it's a pull. It's a pull.
So you open the doors. They creak as well. I mean, it's as creepy as you could possibly get, right? It's almost like a Hollywood movie that Vincent's gonna probably have starred in at some point. So
This reminds me
Right?
of that film I was in. The 3 investigators killed in the old house. Wait a minute.
Well, if there's anyone here, they've certainly heard us between
Yeah.
the gate and the door.
Fair.
No surprise entrance for us.
Yep. So you walk in and you are standing in a magnificent foyer, right? Gorgeous set of stairs going up to the second floor. Entryways like this going down hallways to the left and right. I believe there's an entryway in front of you. One second. Yep. Actually, let me revamp that description, please. We've got a set of stairs going up here to the second floor. We've got another set of stairs that goes all the way up to the third floor. They don't connect. Okay. And in front of you, you've got a set of double doors going into the house proper.
Wow, look, 3 floors. Looks like you could be between floors. I will accept apologies whenever you feel like it.
Yeah, why don't we go to every single person in the town and just tell them that you got eyes on and someone could be between.
No, I'm
floors.
taking
sure
photos with
that'll
my
make a
phone.
difference. We'll make sure we get
Well,
to
there
every
are-
single
there
one
are-
in that town.
There are 3 floors, and there's 3 of us. Do we Scooby-Doo this, or do we stick together?
Oh, but it's spooky, isn't it?
I mean,
It's fine.
he's been gone 9 months. That's not a huge time element, so I think we can all go together. We don't need to cover more ground in under time, right?
Sure.
I mean, it seems like in the place where people just tend to disappear, maybe we shouldn't split up.
Plus, we got to have our beloved repartee.
Here's the thing. All the disappearances are all just a crock. That's not a thing that actually happened. They probably just ran away. I'm not even sure if this Tigman is even going to be here or not.
You're saying all these people, how many people disappeared?
Oh, throughout the years, I think there's some rumor.
It seems like a lot. So you're
Yeah.
saying all these people are just like fed up and they're using this as an excuse?
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, why don't we start with the first floor and get a look around, and then
Okay. Make
journey
our way up.
upwards? Yes.
Mhm.
All right. So, yeah, I think we're just doing a sweep of the first floor as best we can.
Okay. So set of double doors like French doors that are going in proper, right? So you open the doors and then there's a hallway here going like this. There's a larger hallway in front of you that has suits of armor lining the walls like that. You can see doors around. Okay. And we're, of course, folks, we're not going to do this, miniature style room to room or anything like that. Right.
Right.
But you, as you're opening the doors and looking in like this, a voice over your shoulder says, "Welcome."
Whoop.
Whoa. Okay.
Who's that?
All right.
Hello?
Hello. Thank you for the welcome.
I would like to rescind the things that I said just a moment ago.
This house is actually quite
Nathan,
nice.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Abe, your alarm bells are going off like crazy, of course.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you for the welcome. Could you advise us which way we should go? Yeah, worth a shot.
Is it just a voice or is there a body attached or something that we can visually see?
There is nothing whatsoever.
Is there dust or dirt on the ground?
Yes, and you are making footprints in it.
Perfect. Is there another set of footprints?
There's not.
Great. I pick up a handful of dirt and throw it in the air.
Okay. Like
Does
you sweep some dust together.
Yeah, does any shape or anything?
Give me a dice roll on that.
Okay, I'm just gonna do one. Oh, it's a 3.
Yeah.
So it's a no. All right. Well,
Yeah, no problem.
it's not a poltergeist like Frank that has a physical form.
Why'd you throw the dust?
Because I was seeing if it was a poltergeist like Frank.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I was detecting.
Okay.
Use your handkerchief, Abe. Jesus.
I left it in the bago.
Hi.
All right. So straight ahead, suit of armors, and then there's hallways to the left and right as well.
Yep. So it's just a question, are you going to go in? Are you going to do anything else about this voice?
Excuse me, do you know where the bathroom is?
You get no response.
What this?
I thought maybe they were helpful, and that if I asked a question, that they would want to help.
I got one more thing to try. We seek the treasure. All right.
Okay.
I was actually saying if they were going to attack us when I said that.
I'm gonna kind of like look at one of the suits of armor.
May I take your hat and coat?
Whoa.
They have a Frank.
Wait, are any of us wearing a hat?
No.
I have a trench coat on, but
Hold out your trench coat.
all right, I hold out my trench coat.
Well, you're used to this effect. Your trench coat just gets plucked by something, but then takes it over to a coat rack up against the wall.
Well, I believe we'll be dining with Mr. Monroe this evening. If you'll just lead us there.
Dinner is at 8.
Oh,
And where at again?
In the dining hall, of course.
yes.
We hope you will all attend.
Great. We're a bit turned around. Which direction is the dining hall?
Straight ahead and to your left.
Thank you so much. What time is it?
It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, we got time.
4 hours until dinner, but I'm hungry now.
Yeah, do you think they're gonna have hors d'oeuvres or something? Like I'm peckish.
Who hangs out for 4 hours before dinner? What the?
I'm sorry. What was your name in case we need you again?
Sorry, what was that?
What was your name in case we need you again?
I am Renudet.
Renudent?
Renudet, sir. Renudet.
Renudet. Pleasure
I
to
am
make
the
you.
master butler here, sir.
Oh, how long have you been the master butler here?
I don't know, sir. All my life.
And then some, eh? And I just laugh.
It's hard to recall.
Okay.
Renudet, we're dining with the master this evening. Are there any other guests expected?
Nobody is expected. They just arrive.
And then what?
They come in.
Right, we've done that.
And how late
Then
shall we be staying this evening?
No response.
That's what you like to hear.
Yeah,
You like to hear that.
sometimes. Renudet, how much staff? How many other?
staff in the house?
Yes, how many staff in the house?
I have not seen the other staff in quite some time, sir.
Not even a gardener?
Not even a gardener. I
Interesting.
would say the staff comes and the staff goes as they will. It is not my job to count them.
Well, you should really get some sort of HR system for your computers. It makes it easier. It empowers you if you have a work portal to make your own hours and everything, but still keep track of where everybody is.
I understand, sir. Very good, sir.
Okay.
Seems like he's really humoring you on that one.
Yeah, but seriously. Oh, serving drinks before dinner?
Always, sir. In the den upstairs.
Thank you.
Okay.
The den first and then the dining room.
Yeah, I think alcohol, I feel, would be a siren song to an underage young man.
Okay, let's go check it
Oh,
out.
Mm-hmm.
Could use a whiskey.
So yeah, we'll head upstairs to the den. Second floor, third floor.
Second floor. So as I was going to say, so you're going to take the right set of stairs. It goes up to the second floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet they got the good shit too. Aged, barrel, oak, whatever.
I like that we're creeping through a house, and I just imagine Sassy's like, I bet they got the good alcohol, just going up the stairs, shouting.
So I will say, Sassy, like there are, just because I think you happen to be interested in this type of stuff, there are some old paintings on the walls that are, dust covered and stuff. But you're not seeing anything of true value as you go through here, as like where you might have seen a silver coat hook, it's gone, right?
Yeah.
So it seems as if the house has been stripped of the common valuables anyway, right?
Yeah, so much for treasures, huh? Just a bunch of old, ugly portraits.
What if the treasure is the friendship that we find along the way?
Avery, you say that every case.
I do, because I'm hoping it happens soon.
That was beautiful, sir.
Are you following us?
Thank you, Renudette.
Okay, so you're heading up the stairs to the second floor. Okay, so you're still in the entryway. It's the big open, high vaulted chamber, right? So you go up to the second floor. The second floor is almost a carbon copy of the first, as far as the rooms are constructed. Okay.
I'm just gonna
the den
say
is
this.
off.
I'm just gonna say this each time we hit a floor with a lot of space. Footprints in the dust.
You see no footprints in the dust.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. And I think I lied to you.
There are no
room-
ghosts.
The dining room is on the second floor. My apologies.
Okay.
The servants' dining was on the first floor. So this house is built a little bit like Downton Abbey, or upstairs, downstairs, where the
Gotcha.
servants are on the bottom floor. So that's why there's two more floors up above. So
Gotcha.
I apologize. The dining room you're going to go to is right above the servants' dining room on the second floor, and the den is right above that. So
Okay, do we have to start the whole stream over from the beginning now?
Absolutely. So no, we're going to go back to the other stairwell, up to the third floor, and out into the den, where there is indeed the doors, the construction of this place. It's all magnificent, right? Like these are the heaviest wooden doors you have ever seen in the interior of a house, and those are having no rot and no problems at all because they're so perfectly built. You open the door. It is not lit, right? It is dark in here. There's no windows in this room whatsoever.
Is there a light switch? And I just put my hand on the wall and sort of move around. Should I roll?
You eventually find one. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You eventually find one.
I'm gonna flip it.
Ancient
Nothing?
switch. Nothing.
It's 4:00, right?
There's no windows.
You have not seen an instance of house. And it is 4:00, and there's no windows in this room.
There's no windows in this room.
Right. You're actually in the interior of the house right now.
Yeah, gotcha. But there's sorry, I'm about to say, but there's light in the hallway, correct?
Correct.
Is there a mirror in the hallway? On a wall or anything?
You can roll for that. Just roll a d6. Tell me the number.
Okay, that's a 6.
There's a mirror in the hall.
Great. I want to take it off the wall and reflect the hallway light into the room.
Okay, so we're talking about the big entryway is behind you, okay? The foyer,
Yeah.
That's the vaulted room, and it's got windows all up that wall. So light's coming in like this, and you're going to capture it. And you're not going to quite light the whole room, right? Like you're going to
No,
put a big wedge of light into
Just
the
get enough to kind of see what's going on in there.
Yeah. And so there's some tables. Oh, there's a billiard table in there, right? Oh, there's clearly a bar up against the wall there. It's got a bunch of dust-covered stuff on it.
Okay. Well, we could make torches, but we need the alcohol.
Don't mind if I do. And I start walking over to the bar.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is, Sassy, go ahead, go in, and I'll try and move the mirror as best I can to kind of stay on you.
So yeah, I'm going to head to the bar, and I'm going to kind of like look at these bottles and maybe like crack one open and give it a little sniff.
Sure. So Sassy, your cat-like senses aren't constantly on, are they? Like, do you have cattish vision? Like, can you see better in the dark?
I can, but to see like clearly in the dark, I have to spend 2 points. So I can probably see better than them without.
That's what I'm asking.
If you turn on your senses, they stay on for an hour, right?
They do, yes. I should maybe just use my points.
It's up to you. I'm just clarifying.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this before you spend them. I just wanted to know that you could see better than them, because with the small amount of light, you're actually going to be fine in this room if you do have the better vision. So you can actually even read labels, right? And you look, and you are holding 100-year-old bottle of wine.
Well, this has got to be good, right? The older the wine, the better. And I start opening it.
Well, wine won't burn as well as like a straight liqueur.
I don't think she's looking to burn it.
What?
I mean, if I smell it, does it smell like I could drink it, or does it smell like rancid?
It does not smell rancid. It does not smell like vinegar. Wine turns to vinegar, right?
Yes, it doesn't smell like vinegar. Guys, do you think this is like Pan's Labyrinth rules, where if I drink this, I'm not going to be able to leave?
I mean, that's lots of things.
Then I sort of like look at it and I'm like, does anybody want some?
I mean, in your defense, it isn't presented a la Pan's Labyrinth, like to us as if it was trying to trap us.
That's not
true.
tantalizing.
Yeah.
I'll take a drink.
Are there any glasses?
Are you going to go behind the bar to look?
Yeah.
Sure. When you go behind the bar, you are startled to discover an entire human skeleton lying on the floor.
Oh. Huh. And I just kind of like put the wine bottle down and I said, guys, there's bones. There's bones. There's bones over here.
Bones?
Bones.
Like human bones?
And then I just kind of reach and I grab like an arm and I lift it up and I say, bones.
Oh, well.
Okay. So
Okay.
you pretty much yank the arm off, right? oh, sorry. I say, yeah. You shake it and you both see a white thing she's flailing in the near darkness.
Okay. Sassy, is there like a bottle of vodka that you can see?
Oh, right. We're trying to make a torch.
So we could explore all together.
Can I see? Is there a bottle of vodka?
Well, you find some hard alcohol. It
Okay.
can be vodka if you like, but it's all aged like crazy. So any bottle that you find that's been cracked before it's gone. But anything that had a good seal on it is still good. So you actually end up finding a good half a dozen bottles of drinkable liquor, 3 wines, 2 scotches, and apparently a vodka.
Is there any fabric or anything around? Like curtain? Well, no, because there's no windows.
Rug?
Curtains are all up.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yep.
Sorry, I had a bit of lag there for you folks. Sorry.
Yeah, what did you say?
I said all the curtains are up. Are still
Okay,
up.
so I'm just gonna like rip a piece of curtain and like wrap it around the skeleton's hand. And I'm gonna pour some water on that. And I'm like, does anyone have a lighter? I don't think I do.
Oh, right. Hmm.
You said water, but I think you meant vodka, right?
I did mean vodka. Yeah, the liquor.
There's
Onto the
You don't see a humidor around there, do you?
a humidor, like
A box,
is that for?
box where they keep cigars.
Do I?
It's lounge, you might.
Nope.
No.
Yeah. I mean, Abe.
I've got I've got a lighter in my bago, but it's a while away.
Dang it. Well,
I could
could've
maybe
just-
try to. Okay, so I have two daggers. I have my sick dagger and I have my escape dagger.
all
I
right.
could try to scratch them together and make a spark if somebody wants to hold the skeleton arm for me.
All right, but come back over this way, and then we'll try that.
So I come back over, I give Vince the skeleton arm, and I just start like hitting my knives together to try to make a spark.
Okay.
And I can roll here. 1 second. And I got a 4.
My God.
It's crazy.
Wow, you're on fire.
Hey!
Torch. Sorry. I won't do it again.
Do not apologize for puns, or we'll be
Please.
here all night.
Please do it.
So, okay, you have a kind of a torch that when you hold it up, the hand kind of flops a little bit. But, you've got a torch going. The room, obviously the two gentlemen can see it a lot better now. They're looking around and, okay, it's a den. Like I said, billiard table, a couple of places to sit, and a bar. That's about it.
Okay. So I would like to go investigate the skeleton. The rest of the skeleton, I suppose.
Okay.
I mean, it's a skeleton, so it's going to be, I imagine, hard to determine cause of death without the exceptions of things that would alter the skeleton, like a blow to the head on the skull or anything like that. So I'd like to attention to detail the skeleton, seeing if there's anything. A 2. So that's a yes, but.
Yep. Okay, so you can see that 3 ribs right over the heart have been broken and make
Cool.
a little hole, or a hole about that big. So yes, you sort of understand what happened, but you don't know what could do that.
Someone has stolen this person's heart.
Oh, you're getting flirty with the skeleton now?
I am not getting flirty with the skeleton. I meant that literally.
Oh. And I
Yes,
kind of like
you-
grab my chest.
Sassy, should we set him up with the skeleton?
Don't set me. I can hear you. We're gathered around
No.
a single torch.
You didn't hear anything. Sassy, should we set him up with the
Look at
skeleton?
this- oh, it's a skeleton. They're already holding hands.
Oh, I high-five the fiery skeleton hand.
Give him damage. But this body to be skeleton to be this far decayed, it could not be our target.
In 9 months? Yeah, that
No
wouldn't
way.
happen. What's that butler's name again?
Renudet.
Renderdet.
Renudet.
Renudet.
Right, and you did.
Can I call you Rennie?
You get no response.
Okay. Well, Rennie, who's this? Who's this guest?
Unfortunately, you get no response.
Nothing.
I sit down at the bar and I go and I say cosmopolitan. I look to see if anybody does anything. Not necessarily Vincent Sassy, but sure,
Yeah.
Vincent Sassy as well.
Man, nothing like that.
I don't know the recipe. I'm afraid.
Yeah, I prefer the New Yorker.
So all of a sudden you hear the sound of a grandfather clock down the foyer. Okay?
So
It starts to
it's
chime. Boom, 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 boom,
6,
boom,
7,
boom,
8,
boom.
9. 9? Or was that
Oh.
8?
I think it was 10. I think it was one more than what you were counting.
Yeah, I think it was
Oh.
10. Wait, did we miss
dinner?
dinner? Aww.
Wait, actually, Vincent's going to take a step out of this room to see if it's dark outside.
You go look and you can actually see the sky darkening at rapid pace.
Uh-oh.
Huh. So the time just kind of does what it wants in here, huh?
Well, let's go quickly to the dining room and see if we see the remnants of a meal. Maybe they're slow eaters. Maybe we can catch dessert.
Sure.
Mhm.
So yeah, we make our... Yeah.
Okay, so since you haven't found another way to get to the second floor, you're going to have to go down to the foyer and then back up that set of stairs. Okay. I mean, you can imagine there's other ways to get down, but you don't know it. So unless you want to explore, that's what we're doing. Is that what you want to do?
That's fine. As we go by the foyer,
so you're
I do
down
say... As we go by the foyer, I do say, Renudette?
Yes, sir. We missed you at dinner, sir.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Who was the person at the bar?
The person at the bar, sir?
Yes.
This evening?
Oh, I do not know, sir. That was what we've been calling treasure hunters for the past little while.
Interesting.
This was a treasure hunter some years back, I believe.
I understand.
Were they well? Did they speak with you?
Actually, they seem cruel, heartless, I would say.
Oh. This is why we do not have visitors uninvited. I mean, you can't tell the quality of their character, can you?
Is that a dig?
It's good that we were invited then, Renudette, right?
Right, sir. Quite right.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
All right, back upstairs. So we're heading to the dining room then.
Okay, so now you're sort of going up the stairs to the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, this place kills treasure hunters, I say, on the way, so that's bad.
Well, we're not treasure hunters.
No, but the person we're here to save is.
Right. So he's probably dead.
We
Unless
should have.
time does move different here. So 9 months to us might not be that long for him.
Well, yeah, because it seems to go so fast. It went from 4 to 10.
Yeah, so we don't know how long it takes for this house to do away with somebody. It's possible that 9 months he might have just been here a couple of days from his point of view.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So, see if there's any food left.
so you're going into the dining room,
Mhm.
and the table is littered with rotting food.
Mm.
Gross.
Like,
I'm
but
not even going to eat that.
is anyone around? Any bodies?
Nobody around. And this room is also very dark, by the way, and you won't have the sunlight
Oh, yeah.
mirror.
Oh,
to
we
help
still have
you.
our torch, no?
You have it right. So you're looking at this by burning arm, right?
Is there anywhere, like, after walking into the dining room, is there a way out that was not the way that we came?
Unfortunately, no, there's only, let me double check that actually. Yep, no, there's only one entrance to this particular room. And that entrance is actually in the short hallway, on both floors. They have the knights in the short hallway, and the one on the second floor has the doorway between a couple of knights. So you're going between them and then you're coming out like this.
Gotcha.
And and then that short hallway goes to the two long hallways that go from end to end of the house.
Well, the way I see it is we can keep trying to play catch up with what's supposed to be going on, and we try to get ahead of it. So if we assume what's supposed to happen 4 hours from now would be probably sleep in their beds, perhaps we should try and find a bedroom.
Is there any like nice silverware or like Oh, is there? What else is? What's on the walls in this room? I guess.
Family portraits.
Anything to divine from the
Cardell.
Yes, anything to divine from the family
I
portraits.
apologize. What was that?
Anything to divine from the family portraits of the Cardells.
There's nothing. Oh, you should probably roll. Yeah, you should probably roll a perception on that one.
That's a 4, baby.
Okay. So you basically go around, you read the names, you look at the pictures, and there's nothing that really stands out. I mean, there doesn't feel like there's any clues to where this person you're looking for would be or anything like that, or even what happened to the Cardells.
What's the makeup?
These paintings have been hanging here for so long.
What's the makeup of the family?
Well, it's about 4 generations of it, actually.
Okay.
So you're looking at, probably something around the realm of 80 pictures around here.
But
they're not all these grand portraits, right?
Yeah.
Some of them are just small little headshots and things.
I imagine, though, from style, I could probably tell the most recent, couldn't I? From style of dress, style of paint, style of frame, etc.
Yep. The last paintings were done around 1910.
What's the family then? Father,
That's
mother.
right before the family. Oh, who was the family then?
Yeah.
The mother was Molly Cardell. The father was Patrick Cardell. Kids were Leslie, Tom, and Jamie.
3 kids. Can I get the kid name one more time, please?
Leslie, Tom, and Jamie.
Thank you.
Jamie's a girl in the painting.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. This is going to be one of the creepiest sentences I've ever said, but I have a reason. We should try and find one of the children's bedrooms.
Okay, we were gonna set you up with that.
No,
skeleton.
listen. I said let it hang for the reaction, but children ghost, a little bit more talkative, a little bit more playful, usually a little bit more likely to interact without being outright dangerous.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I like it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you're gonna find that bedrooms are all up on the 3rd floor
Yes.
for the family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I am going to signal for a quick break at this point.
Okay.
So I'm checking with Ivan to see if he's ready for that. And look at that.
Yeah, I am.
All right, so everybody, if you want to take a 5-minute stretch break, bio break, get a drink of water break,
Yeah. Give me some.
go
Be back
try
in
to
5.
scrape 2 daggers together to see if you can make flame with them break.
It worked.
The dice rule. The dice rule. All right, see you all in a few. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. We're going to go into part 2 here. All right, team. You're heading upstairs to the 3rd floor because you want to find the bedroom of a child that once lived here so that you can perhaps commune with their ghost, correct?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're making your way up to the 3rd floor. And you are actually going to have to do a bit of room-by-room search to figure this part out. So do we want to go right, left, or straight ahead?
Okay. Do I see? Are there doors?
To the right is a door on the right-hand hall.
Okay.
Sorry, on the right wall. To the left, there's a door on the left wall. Straight ahead is a 3rd short hallway with armored knight statues in it. And as you've seen on previous floors, there's a door nestled between the knights on either side.
Okay.
Mm.
I mean, they'd probably put the children's rooms together. I was looking for 3 doors next to each other, but doesn't seem like we have that.
I'm gonna go to the door directly to my right and just knock on it.
All right.
Any kiddos in there?
Nothing happens.
Hey, just for
Open
fun,
it.
is the left door across from the right door?
It is not. No.
Okay.
We're talking about a hallway like this with a door here, door here. You
Gotcha.
come up the stairs in the middle.
All right. Yeah, I guess let's just get this party started.
Yeah, let's start opening doors, fucking shit up.
Thank
I
you,
want to run
Ed.
around like Scooby-Doo. Gonna open the door that I knocked on.
Okay. This once beautiful bedroom sports an emerald green scheme. The large four-poster bed sports a thick green bedspread that has faded over the years. It matches the carpet and the walls perfectly. An armoire and a personal shelf complete the suite. Although at one time the shelf would have been full, it is now completely empty.
Child's room?
Pardon me?
I'm asking. I'm in character asking Sassy because I imagine she's the only one who can see it. Child's room? ?
I mean, there's like no toys in here. Seems kind of boring. It's
All right,
green.
I'm gonna go ahead and open the door on the left.
Okay. This is a similar bedroom, but the color scheme is turquoise.
Interesting.
Same things though, armoire, personal shelf. A personal shelf from a long time ago was just a shelf that they put things on, right? So
2 identical bedrooms in different colors. I mean, that does seem like children, right? Or 2 bedrooms of a couple that don't sleep together.
I'm gonna go over to the armoire and I'm gonna open it.
the armoire in the room you first went
The
to?
green
or-
room. Yeah, the green one that I was in.
Okay. You open up the armoire. You can see some articles of clothing are still in there.
I'm gonna reach in and just pull out what's on the top and see like what the sizing is on that. Like if it is a child's room, maybe.
Yeah, these are old clothes. I mean, these are 100-plus-year-old clothes. They're still doing okay. They're clearly teenager size. They're not a child. They're not an adult.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be like,
And I apologize, they're boys' clothes. You've got pants, you've got suspenders, belts, this kind of stuff in the armoire.
so I'm gonna kind of like take the clothes and I'm gonna sort of stand in the doorway with them and like hold them up, and then I'm gonna like look at them and be like, as if I'm like teasing this ghost. I'm be like, what
Right.
kind of nerd wears suspenders? Sounds like a big time major loser nerd.
I'm going to do
What
this.
you-
Can I do the same thing in my room? Go to the armoire and check it out.
Of course, yeah.
If
Okay, so-
everybody's
But I'm
You
going to
can-
hold you for a minute, CJ. Hang on.
Okay.
What was that, Nathan?
if everybody's in going into rooms, there was another room that was like straight across, right?
It was a short hallway with a room on either side.
Oh, there wasn't one at the end of the hallway.
No.
Then I'm gonna point and laugh at what Sassy is holding up, be like, yeah, what a nerd, as I hide my suspenders.
Okay.
What you don't have any
Sassy.
junk in your trunk? You need help holding up your pants, loser.
Sassy, you can hear a scratching sound coming from the bed.
Oh, okay, whoops. Immediately scared. Did you guys hear that?
I'm in a different room.
You
Guys,
checking it out?
I'm in the doorway, so I'm
And
just
it's a scraping sound.
a scraping. Does it appear that the like bedspread is moving at all?
Mm-mm.
Yes.
You're going to have to go over to look.
Hey, Abe.
Yeah, I'll
You-
come in with you.
So I'm gonna start moving towards the bedspread just to see if I can see anything, but slowly and cautiously.
Who has the burning arm?
Oh, good point.
Not me. I don't think it was.
I guess I do, if I'm far enough from the other two.
I feel like I handed it to you at one point. I don't know that I took it
So
back.
it's like
Ooh.
really dark in here, Sassy, right?
Okay, so I'll go ahead and use 2 of my points to be able to see in the dark, because I should be allowed to do that for the next hour or so, depending on how we do time in this for
Yeah,
us.
perfect.
So that leaves me with 1 point for now.
Very good. You suddenly, your senses, you kick them in, and you start looking at the bed. And actually, what's happening is you can see a nail, like a nail that you hammer into wood, is scratching the headboard of the bed.
I'm gonna kind of like, have my my dagger in hand, as if that might make a difference. But I'm gonna have it in hand, and I'm gonna kind of see if it's like writing a message, maybe that I could read.
It is writing a message. K I L. Now it's making another letter. L.
Okay.
What could it possibly be spelling?
Space. Underscore. M. E.
Where are you?
Sassy, what's going on? I can't see anything.
It says, okay, so there's a nail and it's just scratched kill me. And unless he's still got more to type, it's either this person wants us to kill him or wants us to kill someone whose name begins with an M and an E.
A ... appears and then goes away.
Where are you? If you need us to help you, just say where you are.
I'm here.
In the room?
Can't you see me?
No, bud.
Nobody can see me. Nobody.
Well, it's dark in here, so maybe if we went to somewhere where there was a little bit more light, we could maybe see you.
It's not dark in here. All the lights are on.
Oh, well.
What's your name?
Timothy.
Timothy, do you live here?
Of course I live here. You're in my room. Why were you making fun of me?
I was just trying to get your attention, Timothy. I'm sorry if I came across as rude. I actually think suspenders are rad.
I'm wearing suspenders right now, Timothy. They're a cool guy clothing item.
Yep. Take it from this cool guy. I have a really hard time getting that out.
Are you truly wearing them, Abe?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great. Oh, but everybody teases me for them because I wear them with a belt.
Oh, yeah, Timothy, you don't need both.
That seems extra cautious of you. It seems like you're a very cautious young person. Why do you want us?
I think that means careful. I try to be.
That's good. So why do you want us to kill you?
Because everybody makes fun of me and nobody can see me.
Well, since you've been here, did you maybe see someone else who's maybe a little older than you? Maybe like 19 years old?
Yeah, somebody to look up to.
Someone who's
maybe
as cool as you are?
Sometimes people come, but they don't see me. I don't know. I saw guys, I saw girls, I saw people, but they didn't see me.
We've looked at, I don't remember what Monroe looks like, but I know we've looked at his social media. So like, I kind of just want to describe to Timothy.
Best features is a super strong jaw.
You see a guy with like a thick jaw, like we're talking Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson proportions jaw.
Who?
Oh, right, old timey stuff. Maybe like a movie actor type of jaw, you know, a bigger jaw, handsome.
What's a
young man.
movie?
What's a movie? Wow, I'm not connecting with this kid.
Do you see somebody that with a very strong jaw, like a lumberjack?
I know what a lumberjack is. I saw a lumberjack once. Yeah, sure. There was a guy like that, but he wasn't dressed like a lumberjack.
Oh, no.
What was he dressed like?
He's like a guy. Actually, his clothes were really weird. Really
Kind
weird.
of weird, like our
Didn't have
clothes.
suspenders. Hey, your clothes are weird.
Yeah.
Not a cool jacket like you're wearing, but
Oh, thank you. You can
Yeah.
roast me, Timothy. I just roasted the crap out of you. You're welcome to make fun of me. See how it feels. See if you like it.
well, I don't want that. I just want you to see me. Can you see me?
You know, I may not physically be able to see your presence, but in a way, Timothy, I feel like I see you. I feel like we're getting to know each other. And maybe you can tell me where the guy who kind of looks like a lumberjack but wasn't dressed like a lumberjack might have gone in the house.
There's a really long pause. Clearly, he's trying to think this through. And he says, I don't remember the last time I left my room. Wait.
Huh.
Wait. How long have I been in my room?
Were you a bad boy, Timothy? Did you get grounded? Or
No, I was just always sad and they didn't want to talk to me. So they always tell me to go to my room.
sure. Well, why don't we try leaving the room?
Yeah, you want to come outside the room with us?
Yeah.
Sure.
So follow us and we'll start like walking out towards the door.
Okay. And you hear him say, wait, I'm scared.
Of what?
I don't know. Is it safe?
I think so. We were just out there and we're fine.
Timothy, do you want to hold my hand? And I put my hand out.
Okay. And you feel a hand take yours. It's not a child's hand, right? It's older. It's a teenager's hand, but clearly a pretty frail teenager.
Sure.
And feel the grip.
Okay, well, come on, Timothy. Here we go.
Okay. You step through the room.
Mhm.
And as you pull, you hear a sigh like, and all of a sudden you pull and you're holding a teenager skeleton that falls to the floor and breaks apart.
Oh,
Whoa! Holy
Vince,
Timothy!
we messed up. We messed
We
up so
killed
bad.
Timothy!
Oh God.
He was really feeling connected, you know?
Yeah.
We ended him. But in a way, that's what he wanted us to do, right?
Yeah, we kind of did him. We kind of did him right. I don't
He
know.
said, "Kill me," and we sure I mean, I guess he was technically already dead.
So I'm going to flip back to Vincent here in a second, but I actually want to tell you this just for your education. You just fulfilled Timothy's RIP condition, his rest in peace condition, and you have let poor Timothy rest in peace.
We
Okay?
did it.
You did.
Okay.
I don't want you torturing yourselves.
He did
Here
say,
we go.
"Kill me."
Mr. Burning Arm
Yes.
enters the turquoise room.
Yes.
Okay. And as you enter, and like you saw it was turquoise, we're going to do it this way. You saw it was turquoise, then you got the arm, and you said, "You guys do that, I'm coming here." So now you're sort of re-entering the room now with light. Okay. And you can see, standing above the bed, you can see a woman dressed in a nightgown. Okay. Her hair is long and white, and it's flowing as if there's an unseen wind in the room rippling it. And she turns to you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to intrude.
I should hope not. What are you doing here?
Just looking for a friend of mine. I don't suppose he's come this way.
A friend?
Yes, a square-jawed man. You would say he's a lumberjack. I believe that's the quickest way to describe him.
So she's turning and starting to walk towards you now. And you can see, what is it? I won't say she's beautiful. She's okay looking. She's got her hair ready for bed. She's wearing a nightgown. She has a sort of a roundish, possibly Celtic face. I mean, the accent seems to be. She's walking towards you, and she's looking at you very strangely.
I'm sorry, man. Yes, he's a bit of a troublemaker, to be honest.
What kind of trouble?
Well, he goes places where he's not welcomed and pokes in at places where he shouldn't be.
Okay. She's now standing in front of you. She is semi-transparent. She is almost luminescent, almost glowing with a faint blue light.
I apologize. I'm so turned around. Could you remind me what year it is?
Pardon me? Sorry. That's hard to do. Pardon me. And she's reaching towards you.
Yeah, I'm guessing she's going right for the heart area.
Ish.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like she's.
I'm just gonna take a casual step back. Like, it doesn't look like I'm dodging her, but more like, oh, look, I want to look around the room. It's like, I do love the way you've decorated this room.
There's something strange about you.
Well, there's a lot of that going around.
Isn't there?
Yes, if you read our Yelp review, apparently we're the strangest office in town.
I don't know what that means, but I believe it. And now she starts striding towards you at high speed.
Okay, I'm going to kind of do a hilarious, like, back up and then roll over the bed to a dodger.
Right on. Okay, give me a roll on that.
This is very, like, Danny Kaye, and, like, the woman is being very forward, and he's nervous in her bedroom and is just, like, slapsticking away from her.
I got it.
Yeah. Oh, I rolled a 3. That's a no.
Okay,
Whoa.
so what happens is you go to flip over the bed and you land sort of face down, half on the bed, half on the floor.
Yeah.
And she looks at you and starts crawling across the bed towards you.
Thank you very much. But I believe you're a married woman, and I just don't think it would be right. And I try to roll backwards again.
Okay. And she says, "Oh, that's not what it's about, darling." And all of a sudden, she goes shooting into you.
Okay.
And you feel something.
Great. I'm going to spend one of my foo points to magic proof myself.
Right.
And shoot her back out.
Okay, go for it.
So that's just a poker chip gone. I got 2 left.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she shoots out the backside of you and turns and says, "Oh, there she is, by the way."
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Faith and Bogota, how'd you do that?
Well, I'm not a good, as you said, I'm strange. But so are you. What happened to you?
Are you quite ready for a sad tale, boy?
I always am. I
was
listen.
Check it. In my bed by my own husband.
Killed in your bed by your own husband.
Indeed.
I'm sorry, this is incredibly forward. But could I have a look at your chest?
Pardon me.
Just want to see if there's anything missing, because you said she's fairly transparent, right?
Yeah.
So I take a really good look to see if there's a heart missing.
While he's doing this, can Abe and I peek in through the doorway and be like, "Whoa!"
This is see me like
right around this time. You're running like, "We killed him! We killed him! We killed him!"
I'm like, Vince.
Right. And you look in, and you know he's half on the bed, half off, and there's this woman standing behind him, and he's talking to her over his shoulder like this, right? Like,
And he's trying to look at her boobs.
and I'm turning around like, yeah, I'm trying to peek into her nightgown.
I like to think that our heads poke around the corner, and then like I push Sassy's away as I go back away. And like, let's give him some privacy.
No, that's not how you flirt. You have to ask.
I said, do you mind?
So Vincent, you start to stare, and you don't see that. What you see suddenly are wounds manifesting here under the side of her neck.
Okay.
Stab wounds.
Gotcha. So, I'm terribly sorry. It's a horrible thing to happen. May I ask, what would you like? What would make things all right with you?
For real?
For real.
And who are you that you think you can make them happen for me?
In a past life, I performed miracles, and now I do it with less frequency, but occasional hits.
Is that why you're so strange to me?
No, I think it's...
Well, I've seen the living before, and you're more than that.
All right. Yes, to be fair, I'm not just a normal human being. I'm a movie star. So,
What's a movie?
No one's seen your movies, Vince.
Yes, but yes, I am absolutely a person who knows get things done, and I have two friends who will finish it when I screw up. So what do you want?
I want my family to rest. I want the curse of this house lifted. I want this all to go away. What do you want?
I want to help as many people as possible on this plane of existence and the next. So, ma'am, thank you for your company, but I am off to free the rest of your family. And I try to, like, very heroically walk away, but forget where I am and fall off the bed.
Yeah. So you do perfect pratfall right in front of her. It just causes her to look at you like, what is this creature in front of me?
And so
Two friends' heads are looking at you like, WTF.
So
We're gonna lift the curse on the house.
yeah, I rejoin.
Vince,
Sassy and Abe. Not now, Abe. Listen. So I have a better idea of what's going on here. It seems ghosts are trapped here. The best thing we can do is free them. If only we could find a ghost and find some way to free them from their curse.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, we figured that out like 10 minutes ago.
What?
I'm like, oh yeah, we freed one, and then Vince looks down the hall, and there's just a skeleton on the like in the floor.
Right. That's one down. So 5 family members, as best as I can ascertain from the last portrait, unless there's a matriarch, a patriarch, grandfather, that we don't know. But let's assume 5 right now until we get more knowledge. One's been freed. I believe the lady of the house wants her family free. So her win condition is freeing everyone. However, the husband is the murderer. So that would be more of a malevolent ghost.
That complicates things.
So we've got to murder the murder ghost.
Well, yes, I mean,
here's the thing. If she wants us to free her family, she's going to have to pay us like every other customer.
I mean, I think we can take anything we want once the ghosts are gone.
Okay. But everything looks old and rotted.
We haven't found the hypothetical treasure yet, not to mention a book that can raise the dead, which, if the husband is as evil as contained, maybe he's going to do the opposite and wants to bring his family back in some way, shape, or form.
To kill them again?
Or as like undead. Kind of a pet cemetery situation.
Do we also need to free the like servants and stuff? Like, do we need to free Renudet?
Oh, poof, I don't even know. Maybe it's a Beauty and the Beast thing. Once the master
Or
is
is it
gone,
just the
everybody else.
family?
Yeah, maybe the dad killed everyone.
Oof, it's rough. How would he do that? Like, he slit her throat. Somebody's taking out hearts, or at least puncturing chest.
I didn't notice anything on the kid. He just was scratching. He said he hadn't left his room for a while.
Let me look at the skeleton real fast. Just looking for anything that could be a cause of death.
Yeah. Go for it.
Best I got was a 2. So yes,
Okay,
but
So actually, this time you're looking at the skeleton. All you can see is a small crack right here in the forehead.
Great.
Of the skull.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to just correct you that she didn't have her throat slit. She had stabs in the side of her neck. So it was very violent. Right?
Gotcha. All right. So stabs. So 3 causes of death we found so far. Stabs in the side of the neck, blunt blow to the skull, blunt object possibly, or a fall, and then somebody puncturing a chest, perhaps taking a heart out is common.
But that was with these two are with people that were
Alive
killed
at
by-
the time.
Yeah, that were killed by another human being, probably, versus a treasure hunter that was probably killed by something.
Fair. And I say this next point as I go down to the next two rooms at the end of the hall. But these types, there's different flavors of ghost. We have Frank, who works for us, who's a poltergeist. Now, he's free. He has his own free will, even in death, and he can make his own choices. The trade-off of that is that he is physical. He's more of an invisible man. These are, on the other side of the scale, they're trapped in time. They're stuck in a cycle, but because of that, they can become intangible. They can become visible at things that they're like a record skipping. Now, that means that if we free them from the cycle, hopefully that will end everything else going on in this house. Perhaps the servants will be set free. But because of that repetitive cycle, it makes me think the causes of death that happened to the family will repeat themselves to the treasure hunters. That's purely theory, though.
Okay. So, what do? We got to go find more ghosts then?
Yeah, let's check out these other rooms and let's see what's
Bring ghosts
happening.
seems to be the best possible option at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
It's 2. Okay. Okay,
Well,
we've lost.
We're going in 4-hour shifts.
Oh,
It went
boy.
from 6 to 10 to 2.
Okay.
It went from 4 to 10.
It went from 4 to 10. You're right. I take it back. 6 hours, then 4 hours. Okay, you're right. I was wrong.
Oh, so the next one will maybe be
2 hours.
2 hours.
So it'd be 3 o'clock.
It's 2.
No,
it'd be
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. There we go.
Yep. I
We're
thought it
trying to
was
solve.
1.
We're trying to
Never
solve an
mind.
occult mystery and also do math.
It's too hard. I didn't go to school. I don't know about
That's
freaking
true.
math.
Sassy's a cat. Abe and I are very old men who should know this.
Yeah. Well, it's the Common Core. They started changing everything
I
up.
opened
you know?
the door.
What
I'll
door?
say I opened the door on the left of the hallway when it splits off into 2.
Left door or right door, Vincent? Left door
Let's
or
go
right?
left.
You're not going to believe this.
What?
It's
Giant
a classroom.
Oh
And there's
no!
all over the chalkboard.
No!
Wah.
Well, we're doomed. I slammed the door. No, I'm kidding.
Can't
Is it a
believe
classroom?
you did that.
Is it really a
You're
classroom?
in a private school they have for their kids.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I can technically see in this room. I don't know if it's as dark as the other rooms, but I know that I think my night vision should still be working, or does it get lost with the house time? Is a question.
No, it's still working.
Oh, that's good to
it's
know.
still
That
working.
means that's good. That means
Oh,
we're
fine.
not. It means we're not aging rapidly.
Exactly.
Our internal clocks are the same.
So I'm just gonna kind of like look around and see if anything is like disturbed or moving, or like if there's any other skeletons around.
No. And I just want to make sure I understand this is night vision, right? Like you're not seeing full color. You can't read in the dark.
I think it is a night vision situation, like in the way that a cat would be able to see in the dark is essentially what it aligns to.
So yeah, you see a lot more in very little light than other people do. So okay, we're going to call it night vision anyway. But I just want to say you can't read the chalkboards, you can't see the titles of books or anything like that. But nothing that you're looking for is there.
I'm going to walk in with the torch now that kind of Sassy was our canary. I'm going to walk up to the chalkboard. Is there chalk?
There is, and writing all over the board, which looks like really complicated mathematical equations.
Interesting. I try erasing it.
It erases, no problem.
Okay. I write hello.
Okay.
And then I put the
floats
chalk.
up. Yeah, piece of chalk floats up and writes hello in a beautiful cursive script that you will never be able to match.
I try to match it. and by trying to match it, I write, I'm Vince. How are you?
I'm fine. How can I help you?
Like Vince talks so much that he's wasting time writing long sentences. I'm saying like, who are you? I write, who do I have the pleasure of exchanging a correspondence with? Hold on, let me get this. I gotta get the cursor right. Hold on. All right, there we go.
I am Miss Halpert. I'm the teacher.
How are the students?
Have you come for a lesson?
She's nasty.
They are angels.
Oh boy, here we go again.
I think she's flirting, Vince.
All right, you two. I know Abe didn't say anything, but I know what you're thinking.
I sit in a desk. I sit in one of the desks.
Very good. Okay, so you get in one of the desks, and the chalk sort of drops, and a book floats from a shelf and opens itself up on the table in front of you. On the desk.
I read it.
It's mathematics.
No.
Not my strong suit, but I am good at books. So I am reading this thing, and if there are equations, I start writing down some of the equations. I'm sure I have like a notebook or something on me.
Sure.
So I start writing down some of the equations and trying to answer them.
Okay, so you're going to start puzzling the math. And okay, do you have an advanced degree of any kind? I don't know. I'm just asking.
I mean, Abe definitely has learned a lot about the human body and alchemy and all that. So, like, math goes into it definitely for, like, it's like cooking. You know, you need a little bit of math to know all that. Probably pretty good at fractions.
Yep. This is calculus. It's triple integrals, and it's beyond you. So you start to puzzle a little bit of it, and then you're like, you instantly think to yourself, no child would be taught to study this.
I tell that to Vince. I say, hey, Vince, I don't think this is like PhD level stuff right here. This isn't for teenagers.
Can I find? There's a desk there, right?
Yeah, there's 3 desks there.
No, I'm saying like a teacher desk at the front of the room.
There is, yeah.
I want to look through that for papers. I'm looking for like a student roster, names, grades, that kind of thing.
Sure, you find it wouldn't have been that complicated back in the day. It would have been a single sheet.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
So it has lesson plans on it, but they're very simple things. You know, we're going to work on etiquette today. We're going to work on this today. Blah, blah,
And it is
blah, blah,
Molly,
blah.
Patrick, Leslie, the names?
Molly's the mother, right?
I'm sorry, Patrick, Leslie, and sorry, let me go again.
Jamie.
It is Leslie, Tim, and Jamie.
Correct.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so these are the students. They're fine, very simple lessons. Who is this advanced calculus for? You know what? I say we get out of this room. We got other places to explore, and we don't have to save the teacher.
Yeah, she's not a part of the family, right?
Yeah, like I said, I'm hoping freeing the teacher will free all ghosts.
Freeing the
family will free all the ghosts. So.
Okay.
I mean, we've learned that there's somebody maybe learning advanced calculus somewhere.
For why?
Exactly.
All right, next room.
Okay, so as you start to walk out of the room, the chalk rises and starts to scratch on the board. The words say, "You forgot your book."
No. Eb?
I grab the calculus book and I bring it with me. I go, oh, thanks. Sorry, I forgot it.
Okay, and the chalk writes again. Return it to the library, young master.
Thank you.
Seems
Will
like kind of
do.
a directive.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll set her free. We just take her library book back for her. She doesn't have to pay fines, and she's set free.
What unfinished business. All right. I want to quickly check in the room across from it on the right at the end of the hallway.
That's a nursery.
Oh.
Lots of small children's toys, There is a single crib.
I'm gonna take one of the toys and just kind of bat it around. And,
Sure.
like chase it until it like goes under the crib.
Right. They are ancient toys. We're talking toy soldiers, little princesses.
Whoa.
You know?
I want to try something. There's a crib?
Mhm.
Is it a rocking crib?
It is.
Can I try rocking it?
Of course.
All right, that's good.
It's dusty and it's a little stiff at first, but you start to rock it and you hear a little nursery rhyme start to play, or nursery rhyme, a goodnight song start to play.
That is spooky as hell.
Vince, even though I assume I look and I see nothing in the crib, right?
Correct. Yep.
I want to try something. I'm going to reach in and pretend like I'm picking up a child and then just like hold it up
There
to
is
myself.
weight.
Yeah.
There is weight in your arms.
And then I'm just going to very nice, like pat it on the back and then just say, it's okay now. You can go to sleep. And then I'm going to walk out of the room with it.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
So you feel it fuss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go to sleep.
Mm.
You're dealing with about what you would guess maybe 6-month-old baby, something like that. Okay. You walk out into the room and it's still in your arms.
Whoa. Uh-oh. Well, I have a baby now, everyone.
3 investigators and a baby.
Yeah.
Is there Binky or something in there? Can we look to see if like that?
A pacifier or something.
Sure. There's a binky with about an inch of dust on it.
Right. Hand it over.
Yeah, here you go.
I hand it to the baby. I mean, like where I imagined the face, the head to be, the mouth to be.
Yeah, and it's just like,
At this
just
point, can
like
I see?
we do in the dark with our babies.
At this point,
So-
is it just weight, or can I actually see the baby?
It's just weight.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep this baby with me.
And okay, starts to knock.
Yeah, great. See, this what happens. You flirt with everyone you see, and you end up with a baby.
Ghost baby.
Ghost baby.
Yep. As a recent father, this isn't creepy at all. Let's keep going.
We're just carrying this baby with
Yep.
us.
I thought that the baby might just want a pacifier.
Yeah, I was just hoping that it's just like, oh, this is gonna be a sweet little moment, and then we let the baby pass
Well,
on.
what do babies need generally?
Their
They
mother.
need-
Oh, can I take the baby into the room with the mom?
Why not?
All right, I carried the baby into the room with where I found Molly.
And she appears again. Oh, did she wake?
Yes, here you go. And I hand the baby over.
Oh, sweet baby. Oh, thank you. And she
No problem.
And she's looking at you as she sort of strokes this invisible thing. And as she's doing that, you see the baby manifest in her arms.
Oh.
And it's just a little cute baby, and it's sucking on its binky, and you can see it's getting really sleepy. And she's looking at you and says, okay, Mr. Different. If you're going to be this kind to my family, I'll give you a little help. Tell me what you need.
There is a young man who came to your house for not the best reasons, but his mother, as you can imagine, is quite worried about him, as he is her son too. His name is Tigman. He's a square-jawed individual, and we're wondering if you've seen him or you know where he might be.
I don't, but I have an idea for you.
I love ideas.
If you go out to the kennel and you get my dog, bring me my dog, and together we'll find your boy.
Great. That seems like an easy enough task. We'll be right back
Barking.
with that dog.
We heard the barking. Remember?
The barking with
And
the
I walk
dog.
out. It's like, this is why we don't ignore side quests.
Wait, should we drop this book off at the library?
I guess.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, we should.
I almost feel, for the sake of time, I feel like with the time racing for it, we do have a time element now, and we should split up with these two tasks.
Okay.
I'll go to the library.
You know the rule. Always split the party.
Yeah, great. I know.
All right. Well,
What do you
what's
think?
that?
What do you want? What do you want to do, Tina?
Well, I was deciding who I was going to go with, and I think I should go with the person who doesn't have the torch.
Okay, so you go with Abe. Or I could give Abe the torch, and then you could go with me because we're gonna go outside.
Which task do you think is going to need me the most? As I guess
The
Well,
actual.
also,
I can't fight these ghosts though.
Are you-
ghosts?
are you going to be okay with a dog?
I mean, I've dealt with dogs in the past.
Yeah.
All right. The time's wasting. Torchlight's burning. Why don't
Okay.
I give the torch to Abe and you come with me to the kennel?
Got
I
it.
just feel like kennel is more likely to be a dangerous situation, and
Mhm.
library is more likely to have more knowledge.
Into it.
All right. So we split the party.
Okay.
I still walk to the foyer with them as they're about to leave.
Sure. First things first. As you exit the room, you hear Molly going, shh, shh, there. That's a little one. And as you look over your shoulder, you see the baby fade out of her arms. And she just looks at you.
So we got
We
two family
saved it.
members. We're good.
So you go down to the foyer together. Okay. And I didn't catch the split. Who's going out the door?
I'm going with CJ with Vince.
Tina and I are going out to the
Yeah.
kennel.
Okay. Abe, you're going to the library?
I'm going to the library. Yeah. Which I'm going to say, oh, Renudette,
Yes, master.
can you tell me where the library is?
Ah, very good, master. Easy. If you just go through the short hall, take a left and a right. The second door on your right will be the library.
Okay, great. And I follow those directions.
Okay. So I'm going to hold you for a minute.
Mhm.
Okay. We're going to go outside. Are you in the foyer when they leave? Just curious.
Sure, yeah.
Because when they open the doors, red light washes into the room. Red. And when you look outside, the sky is burning red. Kind of like that. if you can see
Weird.
that.
Have fun outside, you two.
You
There's
like
a
this?
full moon, and it is scarlet.
Cool.
All right. You think it's gonna burn our skin or something? And I just put my hand out right away.
I can tell you right now that Superman would be useless in this situation. That joke's for you, nerds. We guess. Can we say that we asked, so as we don't do for time, we asked Renudette which way to the kennels?
Absolutely, yeah. And it's easy. He just describes the path, and it actually turns out to be where that gardener guy was heading.
Oh, great. See, we shut up. We're idiots all the time.
We ignore it. We ignore the shit we don't want to deal with.
We're just detectives. Let's ignore that clue.
But you head out that way, and
Yeah.
you get to these kennels. Now, the sky is burning red. It just does not look right. What the heck is going on? But you swallow your fear. You've seen horrors before. You've seen the strange and the magic and the magnificent, and you just press on. So eventually you're coming out, and you can actually hear barking. A whole bunch of dogs.
Should've
And
figured which
Sassy
one's
gets a
first.
little hackly.
Here, boy.
Is there a kennel? It's gonna be old, but maybe through the magic of ghosts, is there like a treat box or anything, or any kind of like dog handling equipment around the kennel?
There's leashes and collars. So the kennel turns out to be just an open building with the actual kennels just on the outside, right? So they are little boxes with dogs in them.
I at least grab the leash.
And then in the shed will be leashes and collars and food
Okay.
dishes and things like that.
Okay. So we can go inside and get something like that.
There's no,
Yeah.
it's open
Yeah.
wall. There's no wall.
I go inside and get a leash. I suppose I don't see any dog food, otherwise imagine me centuries old.
Maybe I'll just pick up the bowl and
yeah,
shake it.
put some rocks in it, shake it, make the sound.
Yeah.
Well,
That goes
there's
around
barking
somewhere.
coming from these cages, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Cages.
Yeah,
Are there-
boxes. I don't know why I said boxes. Cages, right?
Are there names on the cages?
Yeah.
Do we know the dog's name?
Yeah, we should have asked that. That's another piece of information as detectives we should have ascertained. Well, we know her name is Molly. What is there?
Who
Any
wants to go see Molly? No.
So, are you actually at these cages? Are you looking in them? I mean, they're
Kind
cages.
of. I would say we were like, I imagine we're walking in between.
Okay. Okay, so when she says, "Who wants to go see Molly?" you see a dog manifest, but it's laying and it's not barking and it's looking at you. Sort of gets up.
And I look at it and I say, Molly? We like Molly? Mama?
All right.
Okay, I think
What?
this is a pretty sweet guess.
Sassy. Maybe you
The
can
name
talk.
above- the name above. Sure.
What's it?
I was going to say the name is Duchess.
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 Sorry, Tina. Maybe you can talk to dogs too.
I don't know about that.
Who's Tina?
Sorry, Sassy. Yeah. Whoever you are. All right. I prepare a leash and I imagine I can even put the leash on through the grates, right? Just clip it. Does it have a collar?
Sure. Well, you start to walk towards it like that, and it sticks its head through the bars.
Oh, nice.
Duchess?
Duchess?
Like ethereally through the
Yeah.
bars.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
No, then I just go ahead and clip the leash on and then walk Duchess out.
She just walks straight through the cage as if it didn't exist. And she heals just perfectly as if she was trained to follow you.
Oh, hello. What a good girl.
This
Not
was
so
like-
bad.
A really easy quest. I hope Abe's is this easy, and we make our way back to the house.
Okay? I'm sure it will be just as easy. Abe, you find the library, right? And give me 2 seconds here, and I'll get you a bit of a description on it. So it is magnificent. You have seen old libraries in old houses before. You love them, I'm sure. This is the kind that is 2 stories tall. It's got the ladders that go around. Unfortunately for you, one of the ladders is going around right now by itself.
I walk in and I say, yeah, Miss Halpert wanted me to return this book. I need to return this book. And I set it down on, if there's a table or anything around, I set it down on the table.
There's a librarian's desk, a scribe's desk or whatever. There's 4 big tables in the room, and some of them have books on them that are covered in dust.
If it was I would put it on the scribe's desk if, yeah.
Okay. And you say that, I've come to return the book. And in a second, the book floats up off, and it goes and it finds a hole on the shelf, and it slides right in.
Okay, well, that was pretty easy. I start looking around. Abe starts looking around at the different books.
Well, this is not like a family library you've ever seen before. I mean, it's got the regular kind of stuff, but then it's got all these books on science. It's got a whole science section.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around the science section and see if there's any magical stuff, especially with the rumors of the necromantic book. That's what I'm kind of looking for in here.
Sure. So science and the occult, completely different sections, right?
Sure.
So this is science. Occult's over here. You can go look at that shelf as well. The science is obviously really old stuff, but these people must have been crazy to keep a collection like this unless they had scientists literally in the house.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
So this is not the only book of calculus, but you remember it went into that slot, right? When you go and you look at that, some of those titles are kind of weird, right? Like the metaphysics of mathematics.
I'll pull out the metaphysics of mathematics and crack it open.
If you're seeing this correctly, this is a book on magical theory. There's no spells, but it's theory on how to use math to cast magic.
I'll tuck that away for myself.
It's got to be worth something. At least to a collector, right?
I'll then go over to the occult and start looking around the occult section.
Okay. Very good. And we're going to pause you here to go back to Team Dog, who is now walking up to the house with Duchess. Okay?
Duchess is a good girl.
Yeah, literally wonderful.
Best dog you've ever seen, actually. I mean, this is an immaculately trained pooch. And you take it into the house, and you hear,
you found the mistress's dog, lost all these years.
Oh, right out in that kennel.
Yeah, kind of was just in the cage there, so easy peasy.
Wow. We did look many times, of course.
Yes.
We feared she drowned in the river. It is good to see you again, Duchess.
and the dog's like, doesn't look towards the voice or anything like that.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just take this to the lady, unless you want to go, we could take it from here, probably.
She is standing at the top of the stairs, and Molly comes down to greet you.
You found my dog. This is the greatest day.
Now, unfortunately, I have to go.
Oh,
Where?
but your daughter and husband.
I hope you can make them follow. Take the dog around the house. It will help you find what you seek. And she just fades to nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's 3, and we now have a dog.
All right. Well, the dog, I guess, is going to show us
Yes.
where he is. Should we just go? Should we wait for Abe?
Interesting point, though, Sassy. I just realized we went up to the bedroom area, and there was rooms for 2 of the children, and the wife. Perhaps the husband slept there as well, but perhaps they have separate bedrooms. We're missing 1, possibly 2 bedrooms.
You're
Yeah.
looking for the master's bedroom?
Yes.
It's in the Lord's Tower.
In the what?
The Lord's Tower.
Mm.
Madam's bedroom is at the top of the Lady's Tower.
Oh, so Molly.
Remember I said there was 4 like tower-like structures in the
Yes.
corners of the house?
Yeah, okay. So, all right. So I'm wrong. All right. Interesting. So Molly was not in the right room, or it wasn't Molly. But I think it was Molly because Duchess liked her. Anyway.
Well, we don't have to. Or do you think we have to set everyone free, or can we just start finding our guy?
I think I'm inclined to follow the dog at this point. And the ghost seemed to be in control, and if she seemed generally indebted to us, and I told her what we were looking for, and she suggested the dog.
She said, "I hope you can tell him to follow." She didn't seem like, like it's like it's a hope, it's a wish. It's not like a requirement.
Yeah, that's true. Real fast, I shout, "Hey, we got the dog!"
Abe, you can hear some shouting, right?
Oh. Well, do I see it? I take a quick glance at the occult, and then if anything catches my eye, I'll grab a book. But
Well, you've had enough time to recognize that these are all the really, you would think of them as low-level occult books. I mean, these are copies. I mean, how do you copy, Arabic manuscripts? Come on. So this is sort of, it feels like a junk shelf of the occult.
okay, cool. Then I'm gonna hightail it out and go to where I heard screaming or yelling.
Yep. And your friends are now being pulled by a dog, sort of around the house, right?
Oh, you got the dog. You want to take it to Molly?
No, well, done. Molly has passed on, even just seeing the dog.
Oh, well, Also, check this out. I show him the book and I say, this is all about casting magic using math. Real nerd shit, but
Wow.
interesting.
A mathematician.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on in here is that there is a mathematician.
Weird. So there is somebody dabbling in science here, which would indicate that there is a laboratory somewhere in this building. So let's follow this dog.
All right, doggy, take us to Tigman.
And the dog stops at that and looks at you.
Man, go outside.
Lumberjack. We never got anything.
And it starts to pull against the leash.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We'll follow.
All right, lead the way, puppy.
Sorry there, Vincent. The dog starts to pull, and within minutes, you're standing in the library.
Oh.
And the dog goes up to the end wall of the library and starts barking at the wall.
Ah. Well, let me take a look at the bookcase, and I'm looking for a book that doesn't belong.
Okay.
Or one that looks too new, one that looks like less dust.
Hundreds of books in the room and shelves that reach to the ceiling, right?
So I'm looking for one that would be, like normal level, about where your arm would be.
Sure.
So in that area, I'm just scanning back and forth on that, and I'll do attention to detail for it.
Yep.
Oh, I got a 6.
Okay. So you're going around, you're like, hey, this, and you pull this little book and it goes, click. That's all it does.
Just clicks. I go over and I push on the wall.
Nothing happens.
Oof.
You think we opened a door in another part of the house?
I'm afraid of that, or a door we can't see.
Oh, it's a ghost door.
And they look at the dog and I'm like, to the ghost door.
The dog just sits there and kind of looks at you and just keeps barking at the wall.
The book, it said made a click sound when I did it.
Yeah. Oh, it's you can actually feel it's got a
Yeah.
string tied to it, right?
Yeah.
So you click and you interesting.
Well,
Are there any like candelabras or anything like that around to pull on the wall that the dog is barking at?
There would be a couple of sconces, but mostly the candles would have been on the tables. So there's a couple of candelabras out there.
I start grabbing the sconces to see if any of those open anything up.
So in essence, we're looking for a secret door in a
Oh
bookshelf.
yeah.
Right? And we're pulling on things, we're poking, and we're prodding. So we've already had a 6 on the big detect check. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more going to be a product of time, where you're going to find there is a combination.
Yeah. This
Not
might
the
be like
top. Yeah.
submarine keys, or like it's a multi-step process. Okay.
Okay. So you continue until you find 3 books in full, and each of you pulls the book at the same time.
Yeah.
A bookshelf pulls back, slides across, revealing a small room beyond that is glowing with blue light.
Huh. That's ominous.
Well, this is probably nothing. Should we go back to the school?
Yeah, let's. And I'm gonna look at the dog and kind of like see if he's having any kind of reaction to it. She's having any kind of reaction to it.
She's
This is what we're supposed to do.
slowly she fades away.
Great. Finish the dog's business. And luckily, all dogs go to heaven, so we're fine.
We're probably gonna find something dumb in this room, like a freaking, pig ear or whatever the hell dogs eat. Stupid idiots, dumb.
All right, well, let's see if we can find that pig ear.
It's also some amount of time has passed. I didn't count the bongs. It's 5:00.
Oh, great. So let us go down these stairs. I assume we have until sunrise.
Okay.
No stairs. It's just a
Just glowing.
No.
glowing cavity in there.
Okay.
All right. So let's go in there.
Head on in.
You see a very tiny secret library. It has a single table that has about 4 or 5 books stacked on it, right? There are only maybe 30 books in the whole place. Sitting at the table is a young-looking man with a strong jaw. He has a book open in front of him, and he is looking at it like this.
Tigman.
He glows blue. The book glows blue.
I close the book.
Okay. Abe goes like this. Tigman goes, huh? What? And all of a sudden, Abe, you are holding a book that feels alive in your hands. It is jumping around and it is doing this. It is trying to open itself back up.
This isn't a bit. Somebody help.
We've seen
Oh,
your
look at Abe. He's being hilarious.
this man-eating book routine. He does this all the time.
It's typical Abe.
So good. So good.
He's always like, "Oh no, the book's trying to eat me." Yeah, we've seen it.
Classic Abe.
Help me.
So Abe's struggling and the book opens like a crack like this. And you see blue little shoots of light shoot out of it.
Oh.
One goes into a globe that's on one of the tables. One goes into a book on one of the shelves. And all of a sudden, that book comes flying at Vincent's head.
I'm gonna try and fence it away with my cane. Yeah,
Okay,
just kind of
roll
knock it aside. 6, 4 and a 6. That was a good roll.
Okay, yeah, knock it straight down to the ground where it just starts to flap like you just knocked a bird out of the air or something, right? Now the globe is heading for Sassy and it's bouncing.
I'm gonna I'm just gonna like drop down to the ground and start rolling towards like Tigman behind the desk.
Okay. And now you've put Tigman in between you and the globe, right?
But I'm gonna try to pull him down from where he's sitting by the collar.
Okay, and you can see he's like totally discombobulated. He has no clue what's going on here.
I'm gonna slap him in the face.
You putting any nails into it?
No, just open palm.
Okay.
Wake up, buddy.
He's looking at you like, what? Where am I?
I don't know, but wait, what is it? The book? What do we do about the book? The Book of the Dead, Necronomicon, something like that.
The book. The book! And then you look, and Abe is now being smashed against the wall by this book, right? Abe, I'm going to need that physical stuff you love to do so much. I'm going to need a roll on that, please.
Yep. That's a 1.
Oh God.
So it smashes him against the wall. He falls. The book opens, and all these blue lights start to come out and go into the other books, into the chair. One of the tables starts to bounce like this.
Oh crap! This isn't just a book of raising the dead. It turns everything alive.
Do we kill it? Should we kill it?
We should close it. And I'm going to try and fence my way across a room to close the book.
Okay, just one roll for that.
4, 3 and a 4. 4.
A 4.
Yeah,
okay.
it's just a yes.
Success, but correct.
No,
Okay.
4 is good. 4
is a flat yes.
4 is a yes.
Sorry, my bad. Okay, so you start fencing your way across the room. A book flies at you and you bash it down. A chair lunges at you. You somehow grab it by the leg, throw it to the ground, and before it gets back up, you jump on that book. Now you're going to have to put your sword down for this.
Yeah.
Start. So give me a roll.
Yeah, that's
Roll.
just 1 because I've lost my cane. That's a 2, a yes, but. So I succeed, but something bad happens.
Okay, so, and more lights shoot out as he gets it closed. Okay, all the books start to fly around the room. The tables are all bouncing now. The chairs are walking as if their legs are, animated. And they're all coming to end you.
I am gonna
Sassy.
take.
Oh, sorry, Abe. Nope, go Abe.
I'm gonna take my glue bomb and throw it up towards the books to try and clamp them to the ceiling.
Right on. Roll it up.
It's a 2, so yes, but
So, and the glue bomb, do you have a radius effect on that? Do you know?
it is up to your discretion.
Okay, very good. So yeah, throw the glue bomb, kaboom! About half the books get plastered up against the ceiling like this. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna start trying to crawl over to where Vince is. Is Vince struggling at all with the book anymore, or did it just close?
He's struggling still.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna just try to make it over there, and I'm gonna take out my regular dagger, not the escape dagger. And I'm gonna be like, Vince, I'm gonna stab the book.
Fine. I don't know what that would do, but I can't imagine it'd be worse.
Just stay out of the way so I can stab the book.
Okay, the second I see her behind me, I'm gonna roll out of the way.
Okay. Comes down with the knife.
Physical. Oh, I just rolled a no.
Okay, no problem. That's probably because you've got glue on you from the bomb.
I'll leave
Oh
it.
no.
Okay, so there's your...
So he's not
Yes,
getting
but-
out of the way.
Right, but you can stab the book without harming him, right?
Got
Yeah,
it. Yes.
I'm just stuck there.
Kill it!
So I rolled a 4.
Okay, so you stab the book, and the book screams,
Sorry.
and blood starts to come out from where you stabbed it. And now it starts to writhe like this, and you've almost got to hold it down with your dagger as this book is doing all of this. Okay? Tigman runs for the door and leaves the library.
Tigman is safer without- all right.
You see him get struck by a book, but he just gets up and in panic, he runs out.
Whoa.
I don't know that me stabbing the book actually did anything.
I'm gonna run after Tigman.
Okay?
Tigman, stop! Your mom sent us. Wait, come back! I'm yelling that after him as I run after him.
Okay. So you run after him, and you can see as you're running, there's a ghost in the library, and she's walking towards the secret library.
And it's a lady ghost.
It is.
Oh, hey, did you see a guy with a jaw come this way?
Oh, you're still seeing him. You see him go and run out. But I'm saying,
What's she
as you're
doing?
doing that, there's a ghost walking towards where your friends are.
I yell back, "Ghost incoming!" And then I keep running after Tigman.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to. Can I pry my glue? Can I run after them too?
You
am I
can
stuck
try.
in?
Yeah, you're gonna.
You
can give me a.
physical.
Just give me a fencing roll with your.
Oh,
FA.
fencing. Nice. That is a yes, but.
Okay. You slice off your sleeve to get free, but you cut yourself.
It's
Okay.
not sharp.
You're bleeding.
It's my
not-
cane. It's a
fine.
cane. It's a cane that I use as a makeshift. But I'll say I sprained it.
Oh, I apologize. I thought you had a sword in there.
No, it. Long story short, if you listen to Lakeshore Limbo, it used to be my angelic sword, but it's turned into a cane.
I totally apologize. I misunderstood that.
So
That
So,
being
but-
said, his outfit being destroyed is devastating.
Good enough.
So I had to change that to make sure that didn't happen. But I can say I absolutely bruised my hand, and I'll even say I'll take a disadvantage at physical rolls.
Sure, let's go with that. But I'm not allowed to tear the sleeve of your coat. Okay.
If you do, I'm walking.
He can fix it. He has a spell to fix it.
Yeah.
All right. So you're ouch, ouch, as you go running out, and you started chasing them as you're holding your hand like this.
I see the lady ghost.
You do, yeah. She actually probably passes right through you as she goes in.
Leslie?
No answer.
Molly?
Good try. Excellent try. Abe,
Yeah.
you go routing out in the hallway, and you can see Tigman is just standing there because coming down the halls are ghosts. Ghosts of all kinds of shapes and sizes, wearing clothing from different time periods. Stove-top hats on some, and others have long coats. Some are in beautiful dresses. Some are in Victorian wear. And they're all moving down the halls towards the library.
I grab Tigman and I like throw him and I up against a hallway to let them kind of pass without passing through us.
Okay. And they're not moving horribly fast, and as they're passing you, about half of them sort of turn and look at you and give you a smile.
I don't have a hat, but I do like hello.
You get a couple of those, right? You get a couple of curtsies as ladies go by, right? Tigman is useless. He has no idea what's going on. He's not speaking. He's looking around. His eyes look like fish eyes, right? He can't figure out what to do.
I tell him, you need to stay with me at all points in time if you want to see your mom again.
And he looks at you.
Yeah, Miss Monroe.
Mom sent you?
Yeah.
And he takes a step back.
Okay, hold on. I know she's not the best mom, but like, she sent us to save you. We are saving you. You need to stay with me.
Got a persuasion roll for me?
Oh, sure.
Remember that
I'm not.
off-putting.
Oh, that is double twos. So, yes, buts.
Yeah. And he just looks at you and he's like, I come with you?
Yep.
Mom? And he just waves like, go, let's go.
Okay.
Now, there are still some ghosts, so you're sort of moving and you're pressing up against the wall, and that's about when Vincent comes running around the corner. And Vincent, you're seeing the same thing, except the ghosts are closer to you, obviously, and they're starting to pack as they go through the library or the door into the library one by one.
I'm trying to dodge around them. Leslie. Like, I'm looking for Leslie. I just want to make sure.
You know what? Give me a dice roll on that.
Thank you. It's a 6.
Hey.
Beautiful. The eldest daughter turns to look at you and says, yes?
Just wanted to make sure that you two are passing on. I promised your mother, and it means a lot to me to fulfill my promises. Do you know where you're headed?
I think this is the wedding procession, isn't it?
Fantastic. Enjoy the wedding procession. What is it that you want?
I want to see the wedding.
Oh, fantastic. Right this way. Get everything you desire. Thank you very much.
I thank you, sir.
Have a wonderful day.
And she, wanders into the library. Sassy, you see a ghost come into the secret library, right?
Yeah.
And she starts walking towards you in the book.
Can I help you?
Things are flying through her.
Can I help you?
Oh, yes, dear. Yes, of course. Of course you can help me.
What do you
She
need?
starts to reach out like this towards you.
Hands to yourself. Hands to yourself. And I like hold the kind of like the book out between us.
Right? And you see her grab the book.
What are you doing?
This is a very naughty book. You
How
shouldn't be
so?
reading this.
I haven't let go of the book yet, as far as I.
Okay, sorry. This is
Yeah.
a very, you can feel the pull is starting to happen. And she's not like wrenching, she's just, you feel a very slow pull.
What's so naughty about it? It's ruined. It's got a hole in it. I need to fix it.
And blood is dripping out of the book onto the floor, right? And the book is still moving a little bit, but it's almost making those whimpering sounds of a thing that's about to die.
So I'm gonna take my hand on the knife that I had stabbed through, and I'm just gonna like turn it.
Yeah. And the book bursts into dust. And she says, "Oh, you've returned the book yourself. Very well." And all the ghosts disappear.
Oh, maybe she was like a library ghost.
She says to no one.
There's no one around.
And yet, that's when you realize you've been completely abandoned. Of course,
Yeah.
in the secret library with all the flying objects and the ghosts.
I stand up and I'm like, "Oh hell no!" And I start like stepping out to see where these two men that are supposed to be my friends went.
I thought you already said stabbing at first. I start stabbing out. Oh, stepping out. Right.
Stepping out.
You step out. Your friends are already heading towards the entrance of the house, I believe. Is that correct, Abe?
Yeah, I was kind of the hallway checking ghosts, but I can start heading there.
Or how about Abe?
Abe would be looking and waiting for Vincent and Sassy before leaving.
So you're sitting there wondering what's going on. You actually see all the ghosts just sort of vaporize in one. Okay, cool. Your friends come out of the library looking a little harried, right? Vincent first, and then Sassy. Wow.
Oof.
I got Tigman.
Another mystery solved by Sassy Melody with no help at all.
Hold on.
From you guys.
What? No, you know what? Yes, good job, Sassy. It was absolutely a win.
Oh, I just love that everybody left me behind.
Didn't leave you behind. You had stabbed the book.
I had to murder the hell out of that book.
You
You
murdered
stabbed
it.
the book.
I murdered that book.
I knew you could take that book.
All right, thanks. Cool, let's go get our
Sassy
cheddar.
V book.
Yeah, we're
Sassy V book. Well, in any case, I'll be taking a larger portion this round for obvious reasons.
Don't you always get a larger portion? Isn't that just...
No?
wait a minute. Well, I'll tell you what.
I look at you like...
We'll pay you plenty, but this time we'll keep it off the books.
And normally James would say, and we're going to call it at that.
We're going to call it, as soon as we do a bad pun, that's our way of ending. Reframe all of us.
But please tell us what we need to do.
Not at all. So I'll give you an epilogue, though.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
So you're walking out of the house. The sky is back to its normal color. As you're walking through the foyer, the clock rings 9 p.m. Okay?
Huh.
Whoa.
You walk out, like I said, the sky is fine. The grounds are fine. Tigman's starting to get his brains back. You're heading towards the Winnebago. You turn, something gnawing at you. You turn, look back at the house. At the top of the Lord's Tower, in a broad window, you can see a man standing and watching you. The end.
The master.
Oh.
The master never went away.
No.
That's freaking creepy, man.
Yeah, but
Well done, team. Well done.
Yay.
Good stuff.
Thank you. I wish we
Thank
could have
you.
killed him.
Yeah. It's all right. We'll kill a ghost next time.
I was just waiting for Renudet. Where's the master's bedroom? Oh, it's right over there. Okay, we're going to the master's bedroom. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We don't need to.
You basically had 3 stories going simultaneously here because, again, as I've mentioned, the setting, the Dread House is a setting that you can plug and play adventures into. So
Yeah.
you did wonderful. That was a lot of fun. It was great to see you all interacting like that. The Dread House.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have
And
a
just-
book. I have a copy.
Just a couple of trivia things. So the Dread House at midnight moves to hell. It moves to actual hell. Okay. So when you went to get the dog, you were actually in another dimension.
Oh.
Good thing you didn't leave the path that you were told to take. But
Yeah.
again, this is a product that you can just put all your favorite types of ghost stories into just this one place if you want to, and you can run any kind of adventure. It was fantastic, Vincent, when you started to describe types of ghosts, because I'm like, yeah, that's like room 13, and that's room 27. So that was really great stuff. Does anybody have any questions?
I'll give you a plug. A reason I could describe that is I've read through the Dread House book. I ran a haunted house campaign for my D&D group, and I took some stuff from it. And if you like reading role-playing books, I know a lot of people do, this is a really fun read. Like, there's a lot of fun, like, legends and ghosts and stuff to describe. And it's why I felt okay jumping off terminology using what I had kind of seen in your book, but mending it a little bit for our story.
Yep, absolutely. And I absolutely figured you'd have some knowledge. And I was originally going to run the key adventure in this is called the Dread Wedding. And that's a wedding that happened in the past, in medieval times in Spain, or if you're playing in a fantasy world, then it happens wherever you want to put it. But that story of the Dread Wedding is what fuels all these other stories in the book. And for those of you who, like CJ just said, like to read a role-playing book, there's actually 6 pieces of fiction in the book as well that act as connective tissue between time periods and adventures. So that you, the DM, actually get to read ghost stories, or the Keeper in Call of Cthulhu, you get to read ghost stories that are going to give you that sort of mood and feeling to go project onto your players. So it's meant to be a pretty immersive experience, piece of music with it, miniatures, terrain, floor plans, all that good stuff that we can't really use in a virtual experience like this. But as you can see, it all lends itself well to the storytelling improv style of the amazing folks at Lakeshore Limbo.
Thank you very much.
It was very fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for having
Quite
us.
spooky.
Yeah.
Quite spooky.
I'm glad. If nothing else, I was happy to spook you a bit. But you're all super awesome. I hope to one day sit across the table from you and maybe next time actually deal a little damage and death, because that's where I stand. That's my kind of gaming. So okay.
Cool.
Again, thanks so much from Hammerdog Games. Thank you to Ivan. Thank you to everybody who helped us get to this point. Thank you to the people watching this goofiness. Thanks to the people who are watching it later. And my final bow. Thank you, Lakeshore and Limbo, so much for being a part of this amazing experience. The Dread House loves you. Hammerdog loves you. I love you.
Thank you.
Good night, all.
Have a good time. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Good job, Ivan. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.